Hello and welcome to Courtesy Flesh. Tonight we're going to be playing Shadowrun, which will be interesting because if you remember the last time we streamed Shadowrun, they tried to take out a convoy which had a lot of weird things on it. Your typical military grade equipment and of course some strange creatures that have just now wandered into the woods. And I think that's what they're going to end up doing tonight. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to pause the music so I don't blow my... I scared them last time, so we're not going to scare them as they come up. So I'm going to quietly sneak into this Discord so that I'm not scaring them, I'm not spooping them. And I'm going to bring up the volume in here. And, all right, are you guys good? How are you guys doing? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so my social security number is...
Whoa! Wow.
It's 666.
Oh, 666 rip and tear. Yeah, we're gonna be. I just told them a bit of it. I said, yeah, the last time you guys played, well, not everyone here, but the last time the crew played, they ended up getting into a fight with the wrong trucker and the wrong convoy, and then they ended up losing a bunch of spoopy monsters into the woods. So that's where we left off. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop on over to the stream, and I'll pop in some music for you guys.
Can suck it.
And, oops, how did that get there? Go away, Nicholas Kerensky. Nobody wants to join your clan. I don't care if you have TeamSpeak. Okay. Let's go ahead and...
Oh, JC, I like the new profile picture.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, Kaji, did you get a portrait of your character done?
Yes, I did. My daughter did that.
Oh, that's great. It has a little fucking Mew Mew cat in the back. I like it.
That's excellent. All right, I'm gonna fade out and I'm gonna fade music in.
And the stars are just about coming out, but we'll check on that later. Hey, everyone. Venus and Pleiades are supposed to be super bright in the sky tonight, so take a moment to go check it out once the night starts to fall wherever you are.
After
Anyway.
the stream,
Pleiades,
of course.
Remember to like and
We
subscribe.
would never forgive you.
Remember to give us more bits so we can get through the quota Daddy Bezos set for us.
Daddy Bezos still hasn't given me any of the money that anybody has given me, so don't do that. You're just making Amazon happy. Although it is eventually.
Think of all those Prime deliveries they're delaying because workers are complaining about things like unsafe conditions.
I was told by Twitch support that I would eventually see it. They did not give me a date, so I'm not holding my breath. Anyway, gonna go ahead and fade out.
like what, like $20? Yeah.
$20 is $20.
I'm not gay, but I'm just saying. 20 million is 20 million. Anyway,
I should be DL right now.
Jesus Christ. All right. So what is Second Chance doing on a Wednesday morning?
Either
that luxury
sleeping in
lifestyle.
or very relaxed. He is definitely relaxing, probably chilling out with his pet Pyro.
Yeah, with the new fucking hellhound you got with your
His
obscene
dog.
amounts of money. What did you end up getting him for outfit again? Did you get him a bow?
Yeah, I got him a nice little bow. It looks
Amazing.
fantastic. Classy
Amazing.
and adorable.
Yeah, so basically you just have him pose for so what, you're like having him pose for like fucking Instagram photos basically?
Hell yeah.
Alright, let me just roll something here. Let me bring up his sheet. Which I can't believe we made a fucking sheet for this dog.
Of course I did.
The fucking being cute. Alright, he looks at the camera and tilts his head and it's adorable. And then he sneezes and part of your couch gets singed. It's okay, the insurance covers it. Ass Play That Trash Your Limo got picked up by Dockwagon Overdrive, remember? They kind of had an APC and they threatened to fill your limo with even more holes if you didn't turn Shadeblade over.
I remember that.
Yeah. In any case, there's a new message on your phone, Second Chance, and it's saying that there's a new opportunity for you through Mr. Jackson. It involves extraction, and the meeting's at McHugh's.
I text back and offer to host it myself. At
Mr.
a much higher class place.
Where are you gonna host it?
I'm not that familiar with restaurants or anything, but
How about the fucking the Space Needle?
that sounds badass, so yeah, sure.
It's like Mr. Jackson says, "Oh, I don't know if Ugreth's gonna get past the Mater D, but we'll try it, Home Slice."
He's with me. It's fine.
Okay, well, you're the fixer now, Second Chance, I guess. At least we're getting the team together to show up to the meet. So the Space Needle is, that iconic big needle tower thing in Seattle. The top has like these really nice rotating restaurants, and you have to dress classy to get in, and have a valid sin, or at least one that can stand up to pretty good scrutiny.
Does anybody fail to meet those requirements?
Well, I don't know. Ugreth kind of has like a massive cyborg jaw. He probably has and he doesn't have an outstanding warrant yet because he keeps hacking into their files and deleting the information. And he's he looks like a pretty K-orc.
Actually, now I'm dressed up like a commissar.
Okay, fair enough.
Commissars are classy enough.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Second Chance, what are you bringing to the meet?
I'm bringing my. Do they allow pets?
You have licenses.
All right, then yeah, I'm bringing my 2 new pets and my armored suit.
Alright.
Armored suit jacket.
I don't think you have one. You can just buy one though.
Okay.
Not the one. Nope. You gotta buy. Oh wait, hang on. No, you have an armor jacket. You have like a regular suit, but not one that's
I'll
armored.
Just wear that.
All right. Are you packing anything?
Just stun baton for personal defense uses.
Okay. And let's see here. And you're bringing in pyro and pluck, and you're just going in your own, generic high class car. All right.
Of course.
Okay, Ugreth. There's
If anybody needs help getting there, I'll help them.
Sure, Ugreth. You see that the meet is set for the Space Needle. That's real fancy and flash.
Alright, that sounds like a pretty good meeting place.
Yeah, you just gotta, wear your best to get in there and make an impression.
Oh, I was already wearing my best because I was trying to reconcile with me mum.
Okay, so what? You're wearing like your metalhead outfit with the armor jacket and Stahlhelm?
And I'm bringing my 4 lieutenants. I'm gonna show her what I've done. Show her what I've done.
You turn up to your so all your guys get in on bikes and drive down Auburn, or no wait, no, you live in Tacoma. Just drive down Tacoma, and some random kids and people just run the fuck away and hide as you go down the street. The boys hang back on their motorcycles and just rev them up, and one of them hits the horn. And you give me a perception check for hearing. It should be your perception +3 because you got the nice earbuds. So that would be like 9 dice for you. That's not how this system works, JC.
Wait, dude, hold on. I don't have my token.
Yeah, you do.
Those are D20s, not D6s.
Wrong system, pal.
Yeah, I know, right?
There you go. Yeah, you hear, actually, hang on.
And go, knock on the door, and I'm be like, asking.
Yeah,
for Mom.
as you approach the door to knock, you just hear a fucking gangers. Alright, so you go and knock on the door, and she says, you just hear, "Fuck off! I already paid me protection money."
Mom, it's your boy. It's your son, Ugrit.
Boy! And she opens the door, and she has a massive cleaver in one hand and an AK in the other. And she picks you up and bear hugs you.
Oh, I love you too, Mom. Come here to reconcile. We got off on the wrong foot last time. But look at what I've done. I've got a gang now, and all I need you to do is accept Ugritha as me wife.
roll etiquette.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Ugritha.
That's one die.
Incredible.
You have more than one die for etiquette. You bought that up.
Now it's plus.
You have 9
3
dice
now.
for etiquette with orcs.
She's not an orc. Oh, she kind of is.
Yeah, she is an orc.
Half
Yeah,
orc.
she's an orc.
Troll. Orc.
Ugritha's a troll. Your mom's an orc.
Oh yeah.
Ugritha's not a troll. Ugritha is a fucking
No, it's
artificial
Ugritha.
intelligence that.
She is in fact a troll. She's just as real as you and me.
Oh my lord. And she says, "Ugrif, it's my son. You's delusional, me boy, and you's gonna get yourself killed running with these gangs running against the ancients. But boy, you're me son, and us orcs is meant to burn fast and bright. So whatever it is you do, I'm behind you."
It's a beautiful moment.
Well, if I still had Tear Duck's mom, I'd be crying right now.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my god.
Did you ever make a drone body for Ugritha, like a semi-realistic one?
No, not yet.
Okay, we'll buy one. We'll buy one for you later.
I could just get one of those, the doll people
T800. You
that
can
have
get
been
one of those
brainwashed.
T800 ass drones, and then slap some cyber tits on it or something. And then slap them, and then put machine pistols in those.
It's
Anyway, she
impossible.
gives you another bear hug, and invites your boys over for a bunch of Hurl, which is like incredibly high concentration alcohol thing that makes the most non-orcs or trolls just puke.
It's
And
good.
she gets your boys really fucking smashed.
I told
But
Mom
you-
I'd love to stay, but I gotta get going.
Where you going, son?
We got another run. We're going to Space Neil.
Whoa, you better wear your Sunday best.
We're where I'm right now.
She just kind of looks at you. No, I mean, Ugrif, go get a suit. Like, just go to fucking Walmart or something.
Why can't you ever support me in what I do, Mom?
Well, I'm
I'll
supporting.
run
I'm
off.
telling you.
I'm gonna run off.
Every time.
Every time.
Ugrith, my son, you're delusional.
Oh my god.
Do the Space
Classic
Needle.
Ugrith.
Alright,
Classic Ugrith.
classic Ugrith. Alright, that leaves. Okay, so. Overdrive, what are you bringing to the meet?
I guess I'll put on my retail business wear, as I am aware that
Your fucking Walmart off the rack cheap suit.
that's what I think looks good.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna tell one of the street racing prospects to scrub the CS gas out of my fucking interior, and then take...
Yeah, the guy just like starts running an antiseptic hose. It's like, yeah, I got it, man. Freak is doing that, and he says, yeah, well, we'll see about getting this thing fixed up. I mean, at least with the new wheels by the end of the day. Do you really want to fix those scratches though?
Yes,
Oh, well, that's gonna take days, man.
I know.
Well, I'll send you the bill for the parts, man. I'll call up Detroit Dan.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get into my blue car.
Oh, okay. You're gonna take the fucking speed boy,
Yes, the pimped out one.
the pimped out one. What was the nature of the pimped out adaptations again?
Some sweet rims and the holographics on the outside play the music. It's like an equalizer for the music.
Amazing. So you get into your 1990s Japanese sports coupe
And it also
that has
has
modernized
pictures.
engine, and you tear off towards downtown at like 150 miles an hour.
Yes.
Awesome. Give me a pilot groundcraft check to see if you manage to evade the cops.
Very well.
All right, you managed to even get there before any drones even photograph you, and you just drift into the parking lot.
Nice.
Yes, exactly. And that leaves us with Kajay in your fucking litter box infested shitty apartment in the Barrens.
It's not a litter box. Yet.
It is if you leave if you're out of home for long enough.
That's why I'm home. I'm gonna do some quick house cleaning, if you will, and like emptying
Alright,
the litter box.
You expose
mopping up
yourself to
food.
even more toxoplasmosis.
Yes.
But
God, I
you're
fucking love cats.
yeah, well he's a cat shaman. The toxoplasmosis is probably a requirement. And what are you bringing to the meet? Are you just gonna like wear your off the rack suit, I guess?
I was actually thinking about wearing the zoot suit. I felt like being a little flashy after all
Alright,
the
you
shit I've
bring
been through.
the black zoot suit with a really wide brimmed hat, like past your shoulders wide. And what about weapons and shit?
I'm probably gonna put the government 66 underneath the seat of the bike and carry one of the smaller pistols on.
Alright. Okay, so you all meet up at the Space Needle at about 10 in the morning. So second chance you guys see second chance step out. He's this elf wearing what is he wearing?
Just a really nice suit, like James Bond style.
Right. With a little fucking he manages to actually pull off the bow tie and everything. And there's this hellhound with a bow on a leash, and there's some kind of raccoon, but you take another look at the raccoon and it has opposable thumbs. It has like creepy people hands.
That's gross.
Though this is a Space Needle during the day, so they're actually even flashier people. So second chance, you see this human pull up in a badass combat bike wearing a zoot suit. Some dude come out of this heavily modified sports car wearing a kind of cheap off the rack suit, and he smells like Axe body spray. And you see Ugrif.
Classic Ugra.
Classic Ugrif.
It's actually trans oil.
Well, let's get this fiasco over with.
1 sec.
Well, they didn't tell me we'd be working with an elf, and I'm gonna spit on the ground.
He doesn't look like an elf.
Like, smell it on you.
No, remember you guys worked together and you didn't realize he's an elf. But Ugrif, give me another perception check to see if you realize he's an elf.
Where was my perception?
Come on, you guys are buddies.
6. I mean, we may be buddies, but that doesn't mean I still don't think he's.
He also hates elves, though, so...
Did
And he
just
hooks
recently
up
start a war with the ancients.
He thinks you think he might. He's kind of tall and skinny for a human. He might be an elf.
He's just one of them traps I be hearing about.
All right. So you guys go into the lobby, and what's everyone carrying weapons-wise? I know Second Chance has the stun baton. Kaji's only has his backup gun and the snap blades. what's Overdrive carrying?
I've just got my security special pistol.
Okay. And Ugrith has, yeah. Okay, so you guys go through and you hear a soft beep, and then this couple of well-dressed security guards say, "Excuse me, sirs, you're gonna have to disarm,
Wait,
and
mate,
we're gonna have to check your licenses."
me arm. You can't go taking this from me. This is me arm.
He looks down and he realizes that basically there's this massive, like, 3-piece power claw attached to your left arm, and he's like, "What the?" Let me get a manager.
Me. Mongoloids, I swear, he can't go anywhere. It's because he's an orc, you know? They're racially profiling him because he's an orc.
Alright, a couple minutes later, some sort like this, you know, he looks like a nice office, you know, like an older office gentleman, except he has like very faded prison tattoos and scars over his eyes. Shows up and he's like, "Sir, you're gonna hang on a second."
You
And
sure you're gonna have to what?
he cut himself off halfway through, and he runs a sin scanner. Let's see, Ugrith, what sin are you using right now?
I guess the one I use for most of these things. Not that, what is it? There's two of them, don't I?
The Jimmy Maximilian.
You probably
Yeah.
want to use a decent one.
That's the best one he has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He kind of narrows his eyes. All right, your licenses are in order, but we don't allow weapons in this facility, sir.
Sir, you see that big old dog over there? That's what we call a hellhound. That can breathe fire. If you think me that I use to eat and drink is gonna do more damage than that, you got something.
Well, which sin are you using second chance? Second chance.
I think he's looking.
Yeah, because he has like fucking 10. Well, Mr. O'Malley, hang on. Mr. Murphy over here has appropriate licenses for exotic animals, and he's listed. And Pyro over there is listed as a service animal. And it also says he's combat trained, so he would not attack.
Are you saying I'm gonna attack because I ain't combat trained? Is that what you fucking saying, mate?
Sir, I'm afraid
Sorry
if you're
about that. I just
Yeah.
missed like the last minute or so because I got interrupted.
basically Urith was asked to disarm. He pointed out you're carrying a hellhound, and the sin the sin check failed, and it said that Pyro's a service animal. So they're gonna let him in. And Ugrith is starting to cause a scene.
Like, I'm gonna hand him 500 new yen. I'm
I'll
like,
just be like, "Sir, it's all right. He's with me. He's my bodyguard."
Roll etiquette. Or con, rather.
It's a little bit of both, but yeah.
Yeah. I think the dice pool's the same for you.
thanks,
Yeah.
GoFlux. He has to keep his, his appearance up.
After all, I don't want to be assaulted while I'm fairly disarmed, and while Pyro here, well, he's just harmless.
Pyro just wags his tail and borks. Alright, so the guy seems to consider this, and he says, "Alright, sir, but we're not gonna allow any conspicuous weaponry like that on the floor. Bodyguard or not."
Alright, fuck it. I'll leave me arm in
In the van.
Yeah.
Alright, the rest of you are
Take
asked.
care of that, you hear me? I can't have the help being denied their things on the way out.
We'll make sure it's secure, sir. Now, if the rest of your party will please check their weapons.
Alright, I guess we check our weapons then.
Yeah, I'm checking.
So
Yeah.
they didn't catch everything. So Kaji, they don't catch your Morse Elan. Because it's ceramic components. They don't catch your ceramic knife either. And let's see. Ugrith, they let him keep the Cavalier Arm Sheriff and basically in that.
And me jaws.
Yeah, and your jaws. What are they gonna do? Take your jaws off?
Probably.
Everybody has a bite attack.
Yeah. And Overdrive, you were just carrying like your pistol, and they make you check that.
Yeah.
And let me just see if they manage to get anyone sing. Nope, they don't get overdrives. And Kaje, what sin are you using again?
Mirrors, Felixin.
Felixin. Okay, all of you guys managed to pass the sin check. Well done. After they check your thumbprints and retinal scans, and you're brought in upstairs. You take the elevator up, and you're treated to this gorgeous view of Seattle. The sky is actually very clear today, as it's summer, and you can just see the sunlight scintillating off the waves in Puget Sound.
I'm gonna look around for food.
Well, you can smell the food as you start to come up.
Oh.
And as you get to the as the elevator pings up to the last floor, you see the maitre d is waiting for you. He's this tall, slim, older human wearing a a three-piece suit, and he looks over and he kind of has this look of disdain at Overdrive, and then just disgust at Ugrith, but
What?
he lets you through.
Jesus.
And you're seated at a private booth, and the menu pops up for everyone except Second Chance. And Ugrith. The prices are outrageous, but it's real food, real salmon, top class, world class cuisine.
Can I just cover everyone's meals,
Yes,
just as a courtesy?
yes. Because luxury lifestyle is one hell of a thing.
Once you get there, you just can't go back.
Right? Ugrith
Please,
says,
gentlemen, please enjoy. It's on me tonight.
Oh, thanks.
what's everyone ordering?
Some
I'm
fried
having the
elephant.
roasted salmon with lobster tail.
Hot dogs.
Oh my god.
What's Ugrith ordering?
Chef's choice.
Alright, they bring you a 72-ounce steak.
Oh, delicious. Better be rare.
Of course it's rare.
Perfect.
And it's served with like thick gravy and like sweet and seasoned sweet potato wedges, and there's also fried bone marrow as well.
And good
Which
cheese.
with your jaw, you're just able to crunch that shit like potato chips. And Overdrive, what are you ordering from this immensely fancy shit that you've never seen anything so decadent of in your life? Like real flesh from an animal that was born in a womb and then raised until it grew into an adult.
Shrimp cocktails are fancy, right? I'll order me one of them.
What about for food, though?
Well, that is food, isn't it?
No, that's just
No.
a drink.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
fuck.
more of an appetizer, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, wide-eyed all over this menu. Just like, jeez, oh god. The fish and chips.
Oh my god.
All right. So your food eventually arrives, and Overdrive, you look at the fish and chips, and then you look back to your drink, and the shrimp is missing. Second Chance, you hear some crunching sounds next to you.
Oh, did Pluck steal some?
Probably. In any case, the Johnson finally arrives, and he's this older European-looking gentleman in an old world style suit, and he looks a little bit harried. He's like, "Yes, terribly sorry I'm late. There were some incidents on the road. Anyway, I'm Mr. Johnson," and he looks at the menu and he kind of tries not to gulp. Yes, Mr. Johnson, I have a potential business
Oh, please,
opportunity.
Mr. Johnson, it's on me. Don't balk.
Well,
I
Very
would never
kind
be
of you.
so unclassy as to invite you to something I wasn't willing to pay for.
All right, I'll have a. He orders like a Pinot Noir and like some salmon, and he says, "Well, recently, as a couple of you, I believe you two are aware, some strange creatures have recently been released into the Greater Pacific Northwest Forest." And he brings up a map in augmented reality for you, and
Oh,
you
is
just
this
see it
what this is
overlaid.
about? Those things are
Yes.
creepy.
Yes, but
Interesting.
they've never been seen before. We thought those were only myths, but it seems that, well, if your fixer's information is correct, they're from Amazonia, which is heavily restrictive and difficult to study. This is an invaluable opportunity for the people I represent.
What
So
about the big one that like turned a couple people into paste inside a cargo van?
yes, also valuable. In any
Oh,
case,
God.
we would be your this opportunity, should you choose to accept it, you'd be going into McLean Peaks. Now we're aware that certain other elements are, other parties are interested in the specimens. So unfortunately, establishing contact at a slower pace is out of the question. We need you gentlemen to convince as many of the specimens as possible to return with you. You'll have to arrange your own transportation and come to us so that we may study, interview if they're sapient. I expect they're sapient, but I don't know for sure. And arrange for their release back into the wild.
Ah, yes, the Ewapamais, I guess?
Awaiponamas. If our hypothesis about them being from Amazonia is correct.
Oh,
Interesting.
What did you say?
Some things.
Waipanoma. It's a Tupi word from the tribes in Amazonia, what was once northern Brazil.
Ah, yes, I have a basic grasp of the language.
Oh, excellent. Well, we don't know if they speak it. We've never heard of. Well, none of the footage recovered had any vocalizations beyond anything like, I believe it was just, cries of thanks and surprise, I suppose.
Well, I suppose that we'll have to figure that out.
Right. Well, we can't take anything for granted with these creatures, and there are other critters as well, paranormals. The mula sin cabeza, the headless mule you saw earlier, belching fire from its neck. That one isn't as much interest to us, but on moral grounds, perhaps you may wish to remove the bridle to remove the poor woman's curse. So, that brings us to compensation. So we're willing to pay 5,000 per specimen you're able to recover live and cooperative, up to a total maximum of 50,000 new yen. Failing that, we'll take any expired specimens for half the cost, up to 15,000 new yen.
Did he say 15 or 50?
15 for a bunch of dead ones. 50 if you bring at least 10 of them alive back. Should any of the finds prove exceptional, or if there's a greater diversity of these creatures than initially assumed, we may be authorized to disburse more remuneration. Perhaps even specialized magical assets, support, or research, should any of you be interested in that.
Is that going to be 1,500 million each?
Yes, each.
Alright, you sign me up.
He seems to be waiting on Second Chance, because since Second Chance is the one that's hosting all this, he's assuming that is the guy in charge here.
In addition to that, I don't mean to sound greedy, I would like to ask for hazard pay should we encounter any more difficult monsters, and perhaps a recuperation of any fees for ammo expenditures and such.
Give me a negotiation check.
Alright. Do I get my streetwise bonus? Or not my streetwise, my
Your street cred.
street cred?
Yes.
Sick. Alright, so my street
And you
cred...
get another +2 because you set the terms here, basically, the environment.
Alright. So I have... Sorry, I'm just checking my numbers here.
Your street cred would be like what, 13?
15.
You're probably not 15 in a straight dice pool then. We'll say give yourself a +7 total bonus.
Plate
It's
plus
having-
7 total.
Yeah, +5 from because dude, like having 15 dice would just be fucking broken. Unless I gave this guy a bunch of other shit to counter it, and then it just turns into
Yeah. And that's
massive
just
dice pools
big
versus
dick
massive die
contest.
pools. Yeah,
Rolling etiquette, right?
yeah.
Or negotiation?
No, negotiation.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. So I have a +7.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're able to provide 5,000 expense account for any ammunition expended, medical care required from your dock wagon providers, etc.
Is that each or as a group?
Each.
That's acceptable. Gentlemen, do we have an agreement?
Yes.
I'm in agreement.
All right. Well, then I hate to cut brunch short, but I expect you'll be able to act on this pretty immediately. The matter is urgent. We don't know if, well, we believe Evil may have already deployed assets to recover the specimens. I was told you had your own connections to get across the border without any trouble and your own means of transport.
Yes, we do.
In any case, your fixer has. I'm now going to place the total 250,000 nuyen in an escrow account, and it showed up verified by Mr. Jackson, and another one for the expense account, and another balance appears. And he says, well, gentlemen, you'll need to contact Mr. Jackson to arrange for the handoff once you're prepared to
Very
do
well.
so.
And cheers. I hope you're ready to add to that account when the event that we come back with the full 10.
I'd certainly hope so. And he he downs his peanut, kind of eats down his salmon, and then excuses himself and leaves.
Aren't shrimp cocktails supposed to come with shrimps?
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure you can get a refill. I believe that my little pet here might have stolen them. He has a penchant for fish.
Oh.
My apologies.
All right, you see this basically like this big ass, well, not big ass, just this normal sized raccoon peer over the table and put on like creepy man hands with opposable thumbs on top of the table. And it looks at you and it kind of twitches its nose.
He's a good boy, though.
I can see that.
All right, so by the time you guys finish your brunch, because I guess it's a brunch, Overdrive, you have a text from White Pines, which was the big orc border patrol guy that you guys went through last night, and he says, "Holy shit! Why are there so many Salish Rangers on my fucking section of the border? Get rid of those fucking creatures! I'll pay you."
Ah.
I like this.
What is a Salus Rager?
The Salish are is the country surrounding Seattle. It's one of the Native American nations. The Salish Rangers are their military force, so they're border. Well, I mean, they're not border guards. They're more elite than that, but they're like the crackdown guys. And that guy and White Pine is heavily into corruption and smuggling, as you guys benefited from, and now they're breathing down his neck. And he thinks it's because there's these weird fucking headless creatures stomping around on Cascade Crow lands, which is their rival tribe.
Maybe we shouldn't go through the Cascade Arcs this time.
Well, we still have to go out into those lands anyways to go find these creatures, because that's where they're at.
True. I guess we could try and get rid of these things.
I mean, that is the mission.
Yeah, I just see it as getting paid double to do the same damn thing.
He says that he wants us to get rid of the headless men, right?
All of the fucking Amazonian critters that escaped.
Oh.
We can try that. It might be difficult to track all of them, but it shouldn't be impossible. I don't know if we can get all of them in one day, but we can certainly get a good amount.
Between you and Evo, you can probably get all of them.
And
Alright,
yeah, we're gonna
so
want to probably
Do we
avoid
want to meet with
Evo.
him and negotiate prices?
He says he'll call it a favor and make sure you guys never have any trouble going through the Salish border through the Cascade Orcs. And if you guys need T-Bird services, he can arrange for that too.
Oh, that might be handy.
What are T-Bird services?
Tilt rotor aircraft.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Kind of like
Gotcha.
VTOLs, so, you know.
Oh,
Either,
gotcha.
yeah. Like for Ugrith in particular, he can get you a shitload of BTLs.
Well, let's go see the Cascade Orcs.
No,
Yeah,
he says you don't have. He says you don't have to come. He says don't come to the border. The heat's on. Go through another means.
Some of y'all are okay. Don't come to the border tonight.
Yeah, basically.
So we want to go through, what, the Crow side or somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, either the Crow, the Sinsarak, your choice.
Alright, so...
If you want to be direct
Crow,
about it.
The who?
The Sinsarak, which is the elf tribe.
Probably want to... So what's up with the Crow guys?
So
They're
the Cascade.
rival tribe to the Orcs?
Yeah, so the Cascade Orcs are, originally were Cascade Crow that goblinized and were kicked out for being, freaky orcs and trolls. So they formed their own tribe. The Cascade Crow are just one of the historical native tribes that lived in the Pacific Northwest.
Alright.
And in Shadowrun, they formed they're one of the major tribes in the Salish Council.
Viking knows how
And he has
freaking they are.
Salish
Woo!
troops, breathing down his neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to go into their territory?
You need to go into Cascade Crow territory because that's where the creatures went. And they're very racial purists as far as immigration goes. They tolerate travel and tourism and shit, but they look at Anglos with suspicion. And Kaji's the only Native American in your group.
Alright. That's gonna be tough to get through then.
Yeah, I mean, you can go through if you have a good cover, and if you can smuggle your weapons and shit through. They just might. They're gonna actually scrutinize you, basically.
Oof. Is there no other way through?
Well, we could go farther south to the Elves, the Elven border cross, but that might be just as problematic.
I mean, it's not a super tight border, and you can try to find other ways to smuggle yourself through. But I assume you guys want to bring the semi-truck so you can transport the dudes through, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Can we call in that VTOL favor, like right now, and tell him if you want us to get the job done, get us over.
But then we don't. Then what's the reward?
Well, that and it's if you get a VTOL, the Salish Rangers are gonna see it and they're gonna fucking, they're gonna shoot it down if you don't land when they tell them to. he might be able to bullshit his way through it, but you're not going to be able to transport the
Semi.
semi.
Does Knight Errant have the contract out here?
No, they run their own security out there. It's
odd.
hideously backwards. Imagine a country having its own public security force. Imagine a community being self-governing and enforcing its own laws.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not. But politics aside, but in Shadowrun, that's something that's weird for people from westernized nations like you, where security is all privatized. Like, all police have been privatized since before any of you were born. Since before any of your parents were born.
Let's see. Do I have any contacts that can get me through here?
I mean, you can probably run the border. You guys have a face. I think everybody here has smuggling compartments in their vehicles, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a big one.
It's called my tractor trailer.
Just a matter of bullshitting a cover story to crossing the border.
Yeah.
I don't think I have enough smuggling compartments.
I could be like an eccentric tourist, pull off the rich guy thing.
Did anyone get Dick Cox's number from that last run?
He would hate us.
No, you didn't, because Niobe was going to basically interrogate him and try to, get him to work for you guys. But I can see but since Niobe can't be here today, I can see if he succeeded and what the conditions are going to be. Mike, you ready to portray Richard?
Sure.
All right. He's probably going to want his truck back. All right, let's see how well Niobe did. I'm going to have him edge this. All right. Okay, so Richard, you woke up tied to a chair, and some fucking skinny, punk-looking motherfucker said, "Wow, you're a really good driver. I want you to work with us in the future."
The fuck are you talking about? Get me
He
out of
sounded
this
very
BDSM shit.
He sounded very convincing when he actually had you fixed up and, not killed and chopped up for organs. But, he has your number now. And you don't have your company or your truck. You basically have the clothes on your back, a phone, and a loaded 44. And that's it.
Sounds like
And
I'm
now
ready to be a
somebody's calling you.
detective.
Yeah, and now somebody's calling you about a job offer.
Oh, hell's bells. I'll do it.
All right, you guys pick up and you guys call and Richard picks up. Take it from here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello?
Hey, Richard.
Who the fuck is this?
This is one of the guys.
I don't want any.
We need you to.
I
drive
said I don't want any.
Oh.
I already have my warranty on the truck, so I'm good.
No, we want you to drive a semi truck for us, cause.
Oh, is
you're
this
really good at it.
is this a job?
Yeah.
Oh, you sound familiar.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, like I know you from somewhere.
No, I don't think we've ever met, but my buddy,
Oh,
he knows you.
who's your buddy?
Yeah, his name's like.
His name's Lag.
Neo,
What's it? What do you mean?
Neobi, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you mean that guy who busted me up and had me captured for a couple days and interrogated?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a great dude. Listen, I appreciate the offer, but you can go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. Y'all took all the shit I have, so I ain't got much of a choice. So what am I doing?
We just, want you to drive for us.
Drive for you where?
We gotta go pick up some headless dudes.
Wait, you want me to go pick up some headless corpses? Nah, I ain't into that kind of shit, man.
No, they're like weird Amazonian headless creatures that are.
Oh, y'all mean yeah. Hey, I told y'all not to fuck with our trucks, right?
Well, It wasn't me, per se.
Yeah, sure it wasn't.
Tipped over the trucks.
Hey, look, just don't look. As long as I don't have to touch him or go near him, we'll be okay. See, I was back there, just taking a look at him, you know, and I had a stick and I was poking it through the holes, and I was trying to see, you know, what they, you know, poking them with a stick, because you know that's what I used to do with the old copperheads back home. So I was poking them with the stick, and one of them tried to hurt me. And I don't think any of them like me very much. So as long as I don't have to go near them, you can count on me to drive that truck through anything.
Well, we only need 10 of them.
10 ain't 10. Well, you got a truck for 10? How you penning these things up, man?
We got the semi-trailer.
You got a semi-trailer? Well, like does it got cages in it, or are you just gonna throw them back there all willy-nilly?
It's got.
You got at least some furniture straps or some ratchet straps. You gonna tie these things down? Because as soon as I start hitting the pedal,
probably we got sticking shocks and my Doberman. You know.
All right, sounds like you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. Count me in. How much am I getting paid for this?
We got restraints and shit.
All right, well, how much am I getting paid for this? Do I get to keep the truck?
Guys, how much are we gonna pay this guy?
I tell you what, if you let me keep the truck, you ain't gotta pay me nothing.
I'd say we just give him the truck back.
What? No, this is my truck.
I'm sorry, what was that? I heard somebody saying it was your truck. Are you the guy who took my truck?
No, I didn't take your truck. It's my truck.
No, I'm saying we should give him his truck back, the one that was stolen. But I don't know if that's up to us, because I think that Neovi took it.
No, I was the one that took it.
Oh,
what was that?
You took it.
You're breaking up. I'm having trouble hearing you.
No, don't worry. No, this is my freaking truck, guys. We gotta give him, like, some money.
I have no problems chipping in on this, but I say we just give him the truck back.
No!
Yeah, I don't see the issue.
And a couple of slugs. I believe I owe him a couple of slugs.
It's my truck.
I believe that it's actually his truck, legally
No,
speaking.
it's not. I bought it fair and square. It's my truck.
Bought or stole?
I bought it. It was 20,000 new yen, dude. Which is actually pretty reasonable.
Look, I just need a truck, man. And if I can keep a truck, that'll keep me in business.
I guess you could rent it from me if you wanted.
I don't want to rent your damn truck. I want my own truck.
Well, you can buy it from me.
I don't want to buy your damn truck.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't want to give the truck back.
Sacrifices must be made.
Sacrifices must be made.
Look, man, I'm sure you
just
know
got
somebody with a
back.
truck. You get me a truck. I don't care whose truck it is. I'll take it.
I just got it.
I'm saying if you know somebody who can get me a truck, I'll take the truck, man.
Okay, I might know. 'Cause there were 3 trucks. And the Cascade Orcs have a truck.
Yeah, we can just have we can ask, we'll call up the Cascade Orcs and ask if they're willing to give up that truck.
Yeah.
One of the ones that they had.
Yeah, the working.
So that, because it's crucial to getting those things out of there. Since
Yeah,
we
there we
need to
go.
smuggle shit in.
Are you talking about those angry goblin guys? I don't want to fuck with them.
No, they have a truck.
Oh. Well, hell. As long as they don't get all, you know, gremlin on me, I don't mind.
Cascade Orcs say
Oh,
giving up
negotiation.
one of the
Sorry, my
trucks.
mic was off. Negotiation check, please.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just eating, but that's actually just the background of the restaurant here. I'm like, man, Goat's really tearing down on whatever he's eating.
No, I've already eaten enough for the day.
Understood.
They'll sell it back for 10,000 new yen.
That works. I'll even buy it.
Hell, man, that's all I want is my truck back. As long as I get my truck back, get a truck, I'll be able to keep doing the business that I want to do, and I'll get whatever you boys want.
Well, hell, I think we got ourselves a deal.
Hey now.
All
Don't make fun of me, all right?
I'm not.
I had a bunch of people making fun of me when I was a kid, and I never got over that. And I don't mean to be personal with you, but that's just how I feel right now. And I'm kind of scared because I'm alone and I don't know where I'm at. My phone, I got it. It doesn't have a GPS on it. It does have Snake, though. I like Snake, but I don't think Snake's going to get me home. So could somebody come pick me up?
Yeah, sure.
Especially because he's in the Barrens.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the Yellow Pages, and maybe I can help locate where I'm at.
The funny thing is, there probably is like an old-fashioned phone booth with some Yellow Pages somewhere in Redmond because it's just blown out.
Yeah, it's been there since like the 90s.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So that's yeah, he'll do the thing.
All right. So you guys managed to reconvene, rearm. By noon, you guys are all set, and you guys bring the fucking big ass semi truck over to Richard. And he was just sitting in a storm drain trying not to be noticed by the pack of ghouls messily eating a dead orc down the street. Mostly entertaining himself by watching some guy high on BTLs just fucking Fortnite dance on repeat for hours on end.
Oof. Alright.
So, what's everyone bringing up for this? So, Urith, you're just bringing your van full of drones?
Bus, van, and General Kenobi.
You're bringing the bus too?
Yeah, I mean, we need to pack up 10 people, and we may
No,
or
it's
may
great.
not have this.
I thought that's what the semi truck was for.
It's backup.
Oh.
Find like 40 of them.
I'll just load up all my drones into the back of this semi and have room left over for many other things.
So what cars are you bringing any of your cars overdrive?
Should I bring my other car? I don't see like a need for it.
Okay, you don't have to. Second chance, are you bringing your car, or are you guys just going to convoy up with the van, the bus, and the truck? And Kaji's
I'll
motorcycle,
bring
I
my
guess.
car, and I'll be in front so that I can talk when we get there.
Okay.
Because I think that I'm probably the best talker, unless somebody else is really good at it.
No,
I'll ride rear guard, cause I should not do the talking.
You can kind of do the talking, Kaji, but
Yeah,
second
Richard
chance is
does
backed
talking.
into it. All right. So how are you guys going to cross the border?
Didn't we say we were going?
Well, what
through
are our
forest?
options for that?
You can go through the. You can go through the Cascade Crow border, which is up this way. You can go through the Salish border, which is the main way in, but also the one that has the. If you want to go loud, the Salish border is the most heavily guarded. The Cascade Crow is the one that's just the most suspicious of you. Or you could go around towards the Sensor Rock.
What's down near 165?
165.
Turn all the way around.
That's also Sensor Rock.
I'm pretty good at talking with orcs. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't trust the elves.
The only problem with going with the orcs is that they're currently being monitored.
Yeah, we can't go through the orcs. We have to go through Crow or down by Salish.
Which one is closer?
Salish.
Salish.
Salish, right. Also, Kaje is a registered Salish tribal,
Oh yeah, we can just have Kage go.
at least on his fake sen.
Oh. Oh no.
Exactly. So we're all in the same boat and might not necessarily want to all go across in a caravan.
Well, yeah, but then who's gonna do the talking for each group?
probably each group would have to figure out who they would do it, and me being solo, I'd probably take care of myself.
Well, Richard has been through many borders, so.
Richard has like actual trucking company
Yeah, I can get you guys through, no
and the
problem.
licenses.
Yeah, the L's
Well,
be.
if you do the paperwork to get them on as employees or contractors for the for the Yeehaw trucker company.
Hell yeah, let's hook it up. Y'all want a job?
Great, sounds like a plan.
Well, I suppose you could be a Johnson in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
so
gotta
what
be
cost-
careful of L's, man. The last time I dealt with them, those damn things went and hid in a tree and started making cookies. Or was I dreaming about that? I don't remember.
All right. So it costs money for you guys to get all the paperwork done for your real fake sins to become real fake truckers. But I'll factor that in later.
Yeah, I mean, we have an expenses account.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, is it going to be still the weird ass van, semi truck, and motorcycle? And
My car is normal.
Yeah, but it's still weird that a trucker's doing this cross country trip in a sedan.
I mean, I guess.
Unless you want to not be with the trucker party and just be separate.
He can be signed on as security.
Yeah, I'm security.
Driving
I mean,
in a
I have
nice,
a hellhound and everything.
Well,
driving in a nice family car.
yeah, well, it's all this trucker company can afford. I mean, we're fucking, we're not exactly rolling in money. So
Yeah, especially because your last shipment was totally lost and you were left for dead by
So,
your
yeah.
employers.
So yeah, like the people I hired for security, I'm just gonna make it out like they're the best I can afford. And
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, Rich, on the previous run, Richard had hired Shadeblade as security, so...
yeah,
Got an upgrade at least.
Fucking Shadeblade.
it's not an. You guys are not an upgrade to Shadeblade. I'm sorry. I don't mean that shit on your characters, but let's be honest here. You guys are lucky he did not send you to the non-existent afterlife, which doesn't exist.
Yeah, but Shadeblade's an asshole.
He
He
is.
wouldn't give you a truck.
He is.
Alright, so you guys go down I-90. And Ugrith, are you in the van or are you packing all your drones into the truck?
The bus. With my
bus.
van. And
With
no,
Ugrith the piloting the van.
Kenobi. The Kenobi's in,
And-
in
okay.
the bus with the truck. There we go.
Okay. Alright, so who's going first?
Probably either me or Richard. Who's better at talking?
You.
Alright. Then I'll go first with Richard right behind me because he has probably more of the credentials.
Alright, so you pull up to the I-90 border check over here, and basically it's like a standard border checkpoint. There's, the little fucking raising arm thing, but there's a lot more discreet security that you pick up all around the area. And
Of course, any
the
magical
board,
stuff.
yeah. If you do astral sight, there's spirits patrolling around, and
I just have magic detection.
yeah, then you detect that there's spirits and shit running around, and yeah, and Pyro does the little growl thing that tells you he sees a spirit.
Good.
So the border guard, however, is just this, about 30-ish Native American-looking guy wearing an armor vest, and he has a holstered heavy pistol and a taser. And he goes up to the car, and he waits for you to lower the window, and he says, "Good afternoon, sir. Purpose of visit?"
Who's doing? Oh, is it me?
No, it's second chance first.
It's
Okay.
me. Purpose. We're the cover story is that we're trucking, right? And I'm security. I'm just getting this straight out of character before I say anything stupid.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, just providing security for this here trucker.
He seems a little. He takes a glance and he sees the hellhound. I'd like to see. We're gonna scan you for registration, sir. Just a moment.
Alright.
All right, it checks out. Let me go speak to your superior then.
I nod.
Right, and he goes up to the semi truck, and he gets the window to roll down. And yeah, Richard, there's some Indian guy over there in an armor vest, and he's asking you for purpose of transit.
Oh, we're just passing on through, man.
Final destination?
Where's the other end of... What's the nearest town? I don't know.
Say it's a round trip.
Yeah, but where's the destination? Where are we headed? Because I actually don't know.
Spokane
You guys
or
are
Ellensburg will work.
Yeah, Spokane.
you're technically only going down to like North Bend,
Right.
But you might want to say you're going further than that.
Yeah, I don't know what's beyond that, so I'm just gonna say some meth town not too far from there.
Ellensburg.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, I'm just going down there to make a delivery and we're gonna bring it right back through. We'll be done in probably about a day. Maybe sooner if we get this thing loaded up quick enough.
All right. And Richard has a real SIN, so it goes through just fine.
It's like an actual state ID.
Yeah, it's real. Richard runs a legitimate business. He pays his taxes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So he says,
Yes.
I see. You didn't register that you had left your you dropped off your previous cargo. What are you transporting to Ellensburg, sir?
Oh, we're just transporting some med supplies. It's NyQuil, in case you're wondering.
It's not. And now, okay, let me just roll the border guards. All right, let's just make a quick weight check then, if you'd please.
All right.
All right, and he brings you up towards the weight station. Richard, you know that you're not carrying enough stuff in the trailer to pass a weight inspection because there's nothing in the trailer.
Oh no.
I thought there were a shitload of drones and stuff in the trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be like a bunch of machines back there.
There were drones, but it's still not the same. It's still not the amount of mass that you'd registered on the trip because you're just using the same papers from before.
Well, no, I'm just gonna be
that-
like it's a small delivery at first, and then the next time we're picking up another delivery on the way back, which is going to be way heavier.
Well, you didn't register that trip.
No.
Maybe if only you guys had a couple of highly skilled hackers to bullshit that at the last minute.
Oh, right, yeah, I'll be on my phone just playing around, but secretly I'll be hacking in.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to, like, somehow bribe this guard, because that's exactly what I'm thinking is going to have to happen.
2K.
Be like, oh yeah, looks like I passed the weight check as money just comes out.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Alright, so hackers are going to start hacking in. Are you going in VR?
Yes.
Okay. You can only go in cold sim overdrive. Ugrith, are you going hot sim or are you going to be a baby and do cold VR?
I'm gonna leave this to Tom.
What the fuck?
You can help him.
You're the
you
best
know that
hack.
when
You
you
actually
say
have
hot-
Simpsons booster.
He's like, what are you gonna be, a baby? What the fuck?
Well, look, Uber.
Yeah, you're gonna not.
Like,
You're gonna not expose your brain to dangerous levels of stimulation and that
I'll be
which
right
are
back, guys.
addictive.
Dude, you notice that with BTLs every day.
That's what hot sim is.
I know.
It's like Ugrith. Do you want to basically get a BTL high and then hack a system?
Look, what I'm trying to say is Uber can get across this pretty easy with just one word of who I'm working for.
Wah.
No, not that, but I'm gonna let Tom take over for this.
Okay. Tom,
Is it
give
a
me your
plus two?
hacking exploit check.
Is it a +2 because I'm jacked in?
It's a +2 because you're in VR, correct?
Okay. So it's hacking.
+6, +2.
Ah, right. Yes, that's how that works.
Okay, give me another one.
Just another 16?
Yeah, the same dice pool. All right, you managed to break into the system. Now give me another 2 checks to see if you're able to fucky wucky with the sensors to make them read the amount of weight you want them to read.
Exploit again?
It would be edit technically, but it's the same program rating, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you do it.
Oh.
Great. So the inspection passes and the guard motions for you to move through. Now, are the bus and the van registered to the trucking company as well?
I mean, I would assume so.
Okay. All right, Ugrith, the security guy, the border guy asks you for just, purpose of visit as your SIN gets scanned.
GoFox, I think this is still a good idea when they say it isn't. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's for business. I'm gonna hand him. Actually, I'm gonna cut all comms, cut off Ugritha. Like, yeah, I got some Aztechnology work I'm doing down here, so I'd appreciate if you just hurry this on up.
Well, your credentials pass, sir. You'll just need to check the driver in the van behind you, and your party will be good to go.
Well,
Even though this is kind of unusual. So anyway, the van pulls up.
I'm back. Sorry.
And the guy asks, and the border guy asks for the window to be rolled down.
All right, who's this?
Ugrith, you control. Ugrith is asking you what you should do.
What?
No.
The border guard is going to interview the person in the van, which is not being driven by anybody, because Ugritha is driving it.
I thought I left the van. I had the bus with the General Kenobi in it.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
That's why I shut her off, so she wouldn't be able to record me saying
so you're just
technology and me
okay.
working with it.
Okay.
I don't need that van.
Okay. I mean, you could have just said, "Oh no, I'm a rigger. I'm controlling that van remotely," which you totally can do. Okay, so that just leaves Kaji. Kaji, are you registered with the trucking company, or are you going separately?
I figured I would register with the trucking company as kind of an outrider, somebody quick and...
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just see. And what was the rating on your SIN again?
4.
4. Okay. Yeah. So he greets you cordially in Salish, and he's in general he's just more polite to you, and he just says, "Oh yeah, have a good day, brother."
Hmm.
You as well.
All right, and you're past the border.
I turn back on my comm.
Except. Oh yeah, no, they detected your weapons, but you're registered to have them because security. See, that wasn't so bad.
Could have been worse, yeah.
All right.
Never
Well, now we
was
just have to get back through the border, but I'm sure that we'll be better prepared for that next time.
Yeah.
Assuming that I don't get murdered horribly, which is always an option. All right, go ahead.
Of course.
Wait, is the truck that I bought Richard's truck?
Yes. The one that you personally bought wasn't the one that Richard was driving, but it was one of the trucks in his company. And the truck that you got here isn't the one that Richard was driving personally, but it's from his company.
Richard's not a very smart person.
All his trucks are basically the same anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't let them modify them because it's just fine at the factory. It runs diesel. Electricity's for the gays.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of no fog.
I ain't afraid of no fucking flood.
It just drives through. Yeah.
All right. So the creatures are somewhere in the Rattlesnake Mountains, which is like a 15-minute drive down the scenic routes in the mountain interstate down I-90, and you pass by the same casino that Kaji and Overdrive recognized from last night. There's not a whole lot of movement now that it's daytime around there, but you still see a couple cars and shit in the parking lot.
I mean, you guys are the ones directing this. I'm just helping out driving.
Yeah, I don't think that we need to stop there, because that place probably not very good.
Yeah, but we could gamble.
I mean, I guess.
We're
But our
headed
job
north
is to
into the
find
mountains, right?
the headless men, and amongst other creatures.
All right. So what do? You're now right past. So you keep driving until you're right in front of You're right off the road from Rattlesnake Mountain. There's this little abandoned town area which was once called North Bend, and basically it's just a bunch of streets that have been mostly reclaimed by nature. This area was depopulated by Vita's plague in the 2020s, and never resettled. Wow, that's topical.
Uh,
Eh,
I'm just gonna stay here in the truck. Y'all handle the mission.
Alright. We probably want to pull off-road a bit so that we can't be easily seen.
We want to try and camouflage the vehicles.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
What do you guys have to camouflage the vehicles with?
Some nearby trees and bushes.
All right, so you guys start fucking taking out survival knives and just hacking up some random, like pine bows and shit to cover the trucks with.
Use me claw. I don't need no survival knife.
All right. In any case, that takes you like maybe an hour or two. Give me a survival check.
Don't I have a bunch of camellia line things?
I don't think you have enough to cover a semi truck with a trailer and a bus and
I'm
a
gonna
car.
throw my mini stealth bomber up into the air. And,
Yes.
see if I see anything.
Okay, give me a pilot check to see what your fucking foosh daddies see as they fly around the sky.
I'm also going to jack in.
Yeah, okay. So +2. All right.
Oh, as a note, I do have a rating 2 tax off.
Nice. Overdrive has a rating 3 though, so
Alright.
or a rating. He has a max level 1. So, in any case, Overdrive, you spend the next hour or so flying around, and it's hard to see. The canopy's really thick. So you start going further into the Rattlesnake Mountain area, and you see that there's a lot of obvious signs of disturbance, and not a lot of wildlife running around.
Any caves or anything?
No caves. But because you notice that further west towards Tiger Mountain, it gets a lot more mountainous and potentially more caves as well when you ping it on sonar. No fire. You don't find any fires, but you find smoldering remains of fires. Who here has tracking?
My dog does.
Well, in this case, your dog wouldn't apply because it's basically your dog can't watch a video feed and then extrapolate from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, wasn't
okay.
there like a guy from the college or something that
I've got
wanted
a
to
little
be
bit.
on our tax off too?
Okay, Kaji, roll me tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, the fires seem to be moving mostly westward, but then they stop. In the distance, you hear a crow caw.
Alright, so they head west.
Yeah. And after like an hour of cutting up tree branches and shit to cover your trucks and buses, you've determined that.
Alright, so we know that whatever it is heading west, although we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah. Or at least that something built fires gradually going west and then stopped as they hit the river. You also noticed there were a bunch of tree stumps over there up in Canyon Creek.
at the river?
Yep.
Interesting. So something fires all the way there, and then
There also remains of fires all over right next to the stumps as well. But they don't look big enough that they would have been, built out of entire trees.
no, all right. I'm assuming canoe or bridge or something similar.
Yeah. Well, there's no bridge, but could have been canoe.
I'd like to summon a cat spirit to do some tracking.
Okay. Give me a summoning check. And what's the force of the cat spirit? Kaji, how? Yeah, go on.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't want to do too big because I don't want to drain myself, but I don't want to do too small because it won't be able to do anything. Let's go with force 4.
Gee, you only have 5 dice to summon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ugrith is just getting high in the back of the bus on a BTL chip. All right. So give me a drain resistance check, Kaji. Now give me another. You have more than that, remember, because you're initiated and you took centering.
I don't think I've actually added that in yet.
It doesn't factor into Chummer. You have 11 dice to resist drain.
Alright, I'll roll that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on your first try, you're unable to summon a cat spirit. On your second try, you try for a force 3 instead, and a little spectral cat with covered in the stylized markings that the Salish people use in all of their artwork appears, and it just languidly sits in front of you and starts licking its paw. Second chance, Pyro starts borking, and he seems really excited about something. He sees a spirit that he wants to go and fuck up.
I tell him, shh, it's okay. That one's on our side.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check. In any case, Kaji, the cat just kind of like meows kind of disdainfully at Pyro, and then it asks you what you require of it. Yeah, Pyro heals.
So my idea was I was going to ask this spirit cat to go out and see if it could find the Lemmies and their general location, and then come back and report to me where that general location is.
Where should I search?
To the west, where we saw the fires, or where we saw the fire trace. How about that?
You mean you wanted to go where you saw the burned out fireplaces and check out that area and see if they're there? Because you have a video feed saying they're not there. Do you mean you want her to go further west, like in a general area? Because if you tell her to just
basically pushing out beyond
go down
where
the river. I would say go down the river and check down the river, because it's pretty likely that they made canoes or something to get down it, and we don't see fires on the opposite bank, meaning that they probably didn't cross it and keep going. So whatever it was,
I agree with your location, but for an entirely different reason. Creatures need water, so yeah, I guess I would have it search downriver from that general location.
Okay, so the cat spirit says, then the bargain is set. I will go down the Canyon Creek, into the raging river, up into its very source, or rather not to its source, and I will search for these headless men you speak of, until the river comes into the great sea to the west. And it just sprints out like, a cat does when you walk into a room, and it just sprints away for no fucking reason. And okay, the spirit's now searching that. So about 15 minutes later, it comes back and it says that it caught a glimpse of a dead headless man beyond Tiger Mountain, over towards Poo Poo Point's trailhead.
Oh my god. How far away is that?
Let's see. I'm literally running off Google Maps. It's not. I can't help that Poo Poo Point is literally just 10 miles up the river from there.
I know that is messed up.
Hey, if they ran the way all the way to Ohio, you might have to go from Poo Poo Point to PP Creek to catch them.
Oh dear God. Anyways, I would thank the cat spirit for doing the task that I asked of it, and release it back into wherever it was.
Yeah, it goes back into the astral form, thanking you for your continued services to its kin.
So do we know the general location now?
You know that you found a dead one over by Poo Poo Point.
And yes, I would relay this information on to everybody else if the cat didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Let's truck on over to Poo Poo Point.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's our best lead, and then we can try tracking them on foot from there.
Is
Yeah.
Poo Poo Point near PP Point?
No,
No.
PP Creek is in Ohio.
Oh.
You'd have to go through you'd have to go through one more country to get there, to get back to the Yucas in Ohio. All right, so you guys get back and you take off all the foliage and shit that you spent an hour putting on all your vehicles, and you drive and you get back on the highway and start driving back. And yeah, luckily nobody stops you, or none of the police or army stop you and ask you what the hell you're doing. So you can park by the trailhead, or you can park off the road on the eastern side, because basically there's the Tiger Mountain State Forest. If you go on Google Maps, it basically looks the same way in Shadowrun. And the spirit said it found the guy right around the middle of the forest.
Alright, so let's see if we can find that dead one.
Alright, so you park your vehicles off the side of the road, and you head off towards one of the... Are you guys going to take the trails, or are you guys going to try to bushwalk here?
We can probably take the trails.
Alright, you take the well-maintained, nice touristy trails, and you start walking down there, and it's a nice day, but it's very hot and humid. After about an hour climbing up and down these hills and moving through the dense Pacific Northwest rainforest, you come to the location where the cat spirit said there was the creature, but there's no corpse left. There's just, well, give me a perception check, everyone.
Oh, I'm good at that. Is it visual?
Bad at that.
It's any sense.
Alright.
I ain't taking off my coat no matter how hot it is.
It's the future. Your coat can just turn off the insulation.
Alright,
My
I got
God.
8 hits.
Oh, I guess I have eyes too.
Alright, so you spot a patch that's warmer when you cycle through your thermal vision, and then you see that there's a small blood sample. And switching to thermal, you see that there's some footsteps leading up to a cave, but it's only for one leg.
Footsteps, but only one leg.
Yeah. It's paced, at first glance, it seems like it would be 2 feet, but it's all the same foot.
I'm gonna send a fly spy in there.
Does that fit any of the BR parazoology stuff? I don't think that it does.
None that you can think of. You know that there's a couple of BR paracritters that well, actually there is a Brazilian paranormal that has 1 foot, and it's called the Saci Pererê, which is like this little black boy that wears a red cap and smokes, and he's a trickster and can turn into a dust devil, and he has 1 foot.
Huh. Is this small enough to be him, or is it really big?
It's slightly large. It's like the size of a orc or troll foot.
Okay, so it's probably not him. I mean, obviously Trickster Spirit can do whatever the fuck it wants, but... I guess, should we take the blood sample and have my doggo start trying to track it?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I want to send a fly spy into the cave.
Okay, give me a pilot check real quick. Well, actually, no. There's no like, fuck. Actually, hang on. Yeah, do give me a pilot check.
Plus, it's gonna be dark in there probably, so I'm gonna jack in so I can get the thermographic vision.
You can get the thermographic even without jacking in if you run attack net.
All right. Well, hey, I'll just roll this one.
All right.
Not bad.
You start directing the control manually, and you fly into the cave. And your sensors pick up that there's a bunch of heat signatures leading deeper into the cave, and you can hear this kind of warbling cry. You want to say it's like chanting, but it doesn't sound like there's any like. It's just like as if it was all vowels. You don't hear any like hard consonant sounds, so it's not even like
It's like
any animal noises.
The same that I heard when they were breaking out of the trailer.
Good memory, yes.
All right, they're in there. Let's back up the trailer to the cave, and then
You also spot a bunch of shell casings and some destroyed pieces of metal wreckage as well.
Did they figure out how to use guns?
One of the little pieces of metal wreckage distinctly has Evo Metagenetics, or rather Evo Biomedical logo stamped on the side.
Shit, they got fucked
Yeah,
up.
we're not the only team out here, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
We'll rescue
how do we
them on
get
the
those
condition that
things
they
out
stay
of
out of
there?
our mission,
And there's some bloodstains there as well, of course.
if they're alive. Alright, so I guess we know where they are, but do we want to make contact now?
Well,
how
that's
do
your
we
job.
want to make contact?
Well, I mean, we're supposed to negotiate diplomatically with them if possible. That
Or
gets
at least
us
get
way
them to
more
be
money.
willing.
Yeah. So what, we would just want to go in and talk to them or something?
I said we go in there and we murder them. They're
Well, then we
Evo.
get paid less. This
They're
isn't
not
Evo.
No, oh. I thought we were on the
Evo are the guys that got fucked up and have probably been murdered, possibly eaten by the headless creatures.
We go in, we say howdy, and we offer him something to eat.
I do have
What do
a
you-
feast ready.
Wait, do you?
I told you this, like half a
Oh,
week
right,
ago.
right.
I remember this.
What was the feast? Like, you had, like, some fucking freeze-dried, like, goose and fucking wine or something?
I mean, whatever constitutes a feast, baby.
Jeez, what, so you
What
have,
if
like,
they're
just, like, a
perfectly
catering
fine?
service, like, Dock Wagon's subsidiary fucking crash, what would a fucking good pun be? Fucking crash catering?
Guys,
Cater cart?
could also give them Richard.
Good
Give them
point.
what?
So what, you've just been, like, hauling a meal trolley this whole time, Second Chance?
Yes, in my car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're gonna have to go back and haul it all the way over.
Dogs can pull carts.
I don't know if Pyro's smart enough to go back and get that on his own, though.
If I get
No,
20
I'm not saying on his own.
dragonflies to carry it, can they carry it?
Yes.
They're just getting underneath like a table? Okay, we can do that.
Okay, so you remotely open the car's trunk. Ugrith remotely controls all his drones to try to haul the food away, like it's a fucking helicopter. Ugrith, give me a pilot aircraft check to see if you're able to pull this shit off.
Uh-oh.
I believe in you.
Also,
Hard
Second
fucking
Chance
hard.
and Kaja, you both detect that there's some strong ambient magics leading into the cave.
What kinds?
It's fucking weird. It's not. It doesn't even feel like a shamanic tradition. It's just surreal.
Well, that's not good.
I don't like these things.
All right, Ugrith spills some of the food out onto the wilderness, where a bunch of fucking deer come out and start eating it. But he manages to bring most of it back.
All right, that's fine.
You probably spilled like
catering services here.
you probably spilled like 1,000 nuyen worth of fucking pasta or something on the trailhead. But who cares?
Doesn't one of
Who
you
cares when
guys
you're
speak
wealthy?
their language?
In Italian, someone
I
was
might.
crying from that.
I
Well,
might
get in
speak their
there.
language. All right, so how about we go in? We head
We?
over towards it.
You.
Go
Yeah,
in.
I'm alone.
I will definitely back him up.
I need my boys.
I'm
Me and the
going
boys.
to wait outside in the cave.
I mean, if you're a coward, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
you
I
called
am.
me fucking yellow.
Not
Well,
you, Griff.
that's what
You're not
I
a
thought.
coward.
I'm still staying outside.
Must I do everything myself?
Obviously, I'm staying outside now. Classic Ugrith.
What do I even pay
He
you?
hasn't fired his gun once in all the campaigns. I'm not gonna fire it tonight if I don't have.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
taking out my government 66 and swapping it over to the gel rounds.
I
Good
guess
luck,
that
guys.
me and I guess that me,
And
I guess that
Kajay.
me and my my two buddies, who are fucking NPC pets, will have to do it.
And Kajay. Kajay's going. Dude, the fucking
Oh,
Catholic.
Kaji's going? Okay.
Yeah, the Catholic shaman's going in. He's got his
Alright.
fucking. He's got his fucking big
I'll
ass
send my-
pistol, and he's just like, "I'm ready, bro."
I'll
Alright.
send my Doberman in
But I'm
with you
gonna
guys.
we're gonna go in like we mean you no harm shit. Fucking
Guns holstered.
Take the feast with you.
Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
we're going in and
they
negotiating.
only get feast if they're good boys. And they agree to speak with us.
And come back to town with you.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you agree to,
It's a
if they
bargaining
agree to
chip.
follow you back to Poo Poo Point.
I'm going to keep watch with my fly spy to make sure nothing happens to those
All right,
guys.
but otherwise, you guys are following. The riggers are just having your drones going remotely to follow them in.
Alright.
Yeah, as
Okay.
well as my
And a
Alright.
centipede.
I'll call
My
out to them
Doberman.
in 2B.
Okay, well, all right. You call it into the cave, and there's no response. But as you go, you start walking deeper into the cave, and there is a smell of the strong smell of copper and some kind of acrid, acidic, fruit
Oh, okay.
fruit smell.
Oh, okay.
It's like some kind of strong citrusy plant.
Oh, they might be vegetarians.
And it's okay. The feast has vegetarian and vegan options. Yeah, and you keep going further in, and the undulating chants suddenly cease, and you hear the pitter patter of feet, a lot of feet, coming right towards you.
I'll say in Tupi, we mean you no harm.
The feet the feet patters keep you keep hearing the patter of feet, and then as the cave mouth widens in your low light vision, the two of you see several disembodied feet and legs just standing around.
Disembodied?
Yeah, it's just like, imagine like chop off somebody's leg at the knee. It's just that, except there's no like bloody meat or anything at the end. It's just like, it's just
Well, that's
it's just a
messed up.
leg all the way up to the knee, and it's able to move under its own power. And then you just hear like and you turn and you see like this giant tricycline of legs just rolling around the cave.
Oh god.
So they're all dead?
No, they're moving under their own power.
What the fuck? Is this... Do I know what this is?
Do you have magical theory or paracritters or something?
I have paracritters and magical threats.
Roll both of those. Kajay,
Alright.
if you have any suitable knowledge skills, do that too.
I was going to.
Yeah, there's no, what is there?
I got 3 hits.
Yeah, you've read a lot of fucking science journals and shit, and you've never seen anything like this before. You've never heard of anything like this happening before, except unless they were animating the bodies, the body parts. But both of you check your astral perception, and these things have their own auras. They're functional, independent living beings.
Bruh,
What the fuck?
I don't like that. Nobody liked that.
The tricyclian leg starts rolling back towards the center of the cave, and the disembodied feet and legs start to just kind of bounce around surrounding it. Just in a rough series of circles, each of them rotating alternating clockwise or counterclockwise. Like there's a bunch of concentric circles. While the tricyclian feet just kind of just spins in place. Well, it can never stop moving, but it's basically like going in a circle.
Bro, what the fuck? So there's 3 feet in it?
Yeah, the center thing has 3 feet.
Yeah.
And it's this. They're making the same sounds as.
Yeah, but no, they're not making any talky noises.
Oh.
Wait, but didn't we hear them in this cave or see something?
You heard
about
it from
them?
deep. You heard it from deeper in, but
Oh.
it stopped as you guys got closer.
You think these are qualify as one of them?
I'm not sure. I guess I'll call out in Spoopy again. We only want to speak with you.
Give me a language check for Tupi, because you're not that good at it.
I can buy. I have 8 dice to it. I can
Okay.
buy enough hits.
Do it anyway. Roll anyway.
All right. Get
Nice.
fucked. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Okay. The legs suddenly stop, and they just kind of pivot towards you, and the tricycline leg starts rolling towards you. You start to realize it's actually really fucking big.
Oh. Like how big?
Like troll-sized legs.
Oh, that's not good.
Except they're like human legs. There's no like dermal deposits or anything like that.
So
but
they're magically enhanced to be larger or something?
That's kind of what it looks like.
Well. I guess I'm not going to move towards it, but, like, I mean, if it starts coming at me, I'll get out of the way.
Alright, so second chance, and now that I think of it, there are a couple, you've seen depictions of this, of like a tricyclian made out of legs on the flag of the Isle of Man, and I think Sicily had one too, and you've also heard of demons depicted as being like a bunch of legs rolling around, but usually they had like a face or something in the middle. But anyway, as you just move out of the way, and the thing just rolls right past you and starts going deeper into the cave, and all the legs start following through. Some of them kind of bump into you, and it's like being kicked, but they don't seem to actively try to hurt you, and they just go further down into the cave.
Alright, I guess we're gonna follow them. I
Alright.
mean, this is probably a trap, but
Yep, good
No,
luck.
it feels like a trap.
Give me a edge check, by the way. Whoever here has the highest, which I believe. Well, whoever is in the walkie group that has the highest edge, which I believe is.
Second chance.
Kaji has 2. I think
have 3.
second chance
I
has.
have 3.
Okay, then both of you
Oh,
roll the edge.
Alright.
Imagine not having 5 edge.
Imagine not having 8 edge.
Shut up.
Alright, Kage rolled well, so that's
Okay.
good.
You proceed deeper into the chamber, and you start to smell blood.
Oh, that's not good.
The slope that their legs start to roll down suddenly becomes super steep, like a slide. And give me a gymnastics check to not lose your footing and just slide the way down.
Alright, gymnastics. Shit, I don't have that train, but let me check what the rating is. I think it's a 4.
Right, Kaji, you manage to keep your feet, and you just basically slide down on your feet like you're skateboarding, and it's super sick. And the drones lose control and just start rolling and tumbling down the slope. Yeah, second chance, you manage to also basically fucking ace it. Though Kaji manages to do like a front somersault as he jumps off and do a superhero landing. It's fucking awesome. You just
Nice.
you just slide off and you're on your feet. A lot more subdued, but that's more your style. And you show up and you go into and there's this. So you slide to the end of the slope, and you're in this large circular room, and you can see that there's a bunch more. There's like some disembodied arms that are just breaking into the cavern and just expanding it, and it's this circular area. In the center, you see this large orb of what looks like featureless human flesh. It's just like a perfect sphere, and it's just, human flesh colored. No features, nothing. All around it, however, you see a couple of more of the headless man, and they're doing that weird undulating cry at each other. However, they're the remains of the Evo party, and they're being eaten by the creatures. And one of them is one of them is easily 12 feet tall, and as it stands up on its one leg, and it turns towards you, and it grins.
Well, you wanted to talk to him, now...
One eye on each shoulder, swiveling to face each of you, as its mouth grins open, revealing a bone stuck in it and gore splattering down, its chest. It doesn't have a chin.
Good luck.
It's carrying basically like this large carved club that looks almost like a Greek column, as it...
Jesus.
And then it starts hopping over towards you. Then you hear a rolling, rumbling sound, and you see that there's 2 more of the giant things that are pushing boulders. Now they only have one leg, so basically what they do is they just press their headless chest, I guess, abdomen against the boulder, and put their arms around it, and then just press forward with their one leg over and over. Boulder makes a cameo appearance in this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up for Boulder.
And it turns to you and it says in that weird warbling, consonantless voice,
Is it retarded?
I didn't understand a single word that you just said, Goat.
Exactly. It's not a known human language.
Oh.
Ow. Oui? Oui. Oui? Give me a
go ahead. Portuguese or...
Portuguese or
Wait.
Tupi?
I'll try Tupi since that's the more obscure language.
Okay,
See if
what
that's
do you
close enough.
try saying to him in Tupi?
I say, well actually, what were you gonna say? Like, some kind of roll for language or something?
Yeah,
To try to interpret him?
yeah, give me your 8 dice language thing. Yeah, Kaji. By the way, you're sensing some serious magic in this area, and it's not good. You can feel Cat basically trying to get through to you, telling you to get out, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling that too.
Yeah, this is like hyper demonic evil shit. These
I
guys
don't
are
think
way
you
more
know.
evil than I expected.
You have a feeling this thing said, "Ui," maybe "tupi." Anyway, what's your response?
Shit. Can I try to use linguistics to learn his language?
That takes several hours of exposure.
True, I do have linguist which halves even that, but that's not.
In any case, you see basically this shapeless, bubbling mass of clay, and they dump some of the bodies in, and more of the shapeless legs come out, and then some of the other guys start to eat some of the remains of the Evo dudes, and they eventually just hurl blood and vomit, and it forms into like a smaller version of one of the headless creatures. You see that there's some undulating, pleading cries, and you see that some of the other headless men, these ones have 2 legs, not the 1 legs, are tied to poles circling around the weird flesh orb.
So those are the good guy ones, and these are the evil guy ones.
Maybe. In any case, the big giant thing seems to be towering over you. We're like,
Might want to bribe him with the food so we can get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
I
I know it's spilled, but they're not gonna notice.
I guess I'll ask him if he speaks any other tongue or language.
You say that in Tupi?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll for that, I guess. Oui. Ni oui. Ni. Ni. No, not ni, because he can't do consonants like ah. Oh ho. And he thumps his chest, and he basically slams the column on the cave floor, causing it to rumble a little bit. And he points to the dead Evo guys, and then he points to you. And he makes like a questioning sound, like, huh?
I say I make like the universal gesture for no, like.
What do you mean the universal gesture for no? You shake your head?
No, I don't think that's universal enough.
Also, he doesn't have a head.
It's hard for him to shake his head when he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not universal enough.
Arms out, X, and
Yeah,
He basically
it's like-
grabs one out of the. He basically grabs one from some of the feasts, and he pulls out this guy, this fucking poor elf-looking guy, who's half eaten, and he's just fucking. Please, please.
Oh,
Oh, Elf deserves it. Nice. This is going on the Exonet.
Snap. Yeah, that's going on my gore compilation.
Yo, what's that?
Jesus.
Thanks, girl.
And he basically like throws the guy at your feet, and then he throws like a fucking the guy's gun, except it's snapped in half. And then he seems to be watching you curiously, like,
Dude, this dude's fucking dead already.
like a 4th grader would watch, would do when he places ants of a different colony inside of one jar to see what happens. And he doesn't seem to have registered the fly spy drones.
Good.
Nice.
Alright. So should I just mercy kill this guy?
No,
yeah, that
don't
would
fuck with
probably
them.
show that we're not them.
No, mercy kill the fucking elf.
Yeah, that would prove that we're not with Evo.
That's
Yeah, but
fucking
what if
brutal.
they? Yeah, but they would have killed it if they gave a shit about him. Like but I don't think us killing it, they're gonna think like we might actually be with Devo because we want to put him out of his misery. Like if you act indifferent about it, they may be like, "Oh, he cool." I don't know.
Give him encouragement, you know, like, yeah.
I could have Pyro just burn him and say, cook!
Yeah, Pyro's fucking. Pyro's just like he's ready to fucking,
This
go.
nigga ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Or bolt.
Careful
One of
about
the
saying
two.
those gamer words on stream. We might get shut down.
What, pounce or bolt?
No. Yeah, everybody. Pounce. And now, however, what was the name of the bandit again?
A cat?
Pluck?
Pluck. Yeah, perfect name. Yeah, Pluck has just disappeared into the recesses of your backpack.
Yeah, no, I don't expect him to help with this.
He seems to be getting Tessie's, like, he turns to one of the other ones and he spurts something and the guy laughs.
I just look down at the elf and, like, keep as deep in a face as I can. Just, like, and like, shrug. Like,
Go Flux,
I
eat
don't
him.
know.
Eat him, Go Flux.
He seems to understand shrugging. And he's like, oh. And he just picks the guy and he unceremoniously just yeets him back into the crowd of the smaller Elipodama, and they start eating the guy again. And he just turns away from you without another word. And he goes back to just carving out taking a rock and just carving out his column.
Alright,
Ask if
I
he
look
wants
at,
to go home
I
in his
glance
weird-ass
over at the ones
language.
that are tied up. The ones that, how many of them are there that are tied up?
Okay, so there's the one really big guy, the two big guys with Boulder. There's like, I'm gonna say like 10-ish other cannibal ones, but they're multiplying every so often. And then there's maybe like 20 of them, 20 of the two-legged ones on poles. And there are a couple of other passages you can see further away. And the guys on the two-legged ones are just looking at you pleadingly and then looking back at one of the passages out.
Alright,
They seem to have noticed the drones when you fly them by.
I indicate the fucking the guys up there and say and basically like say what for, or not what for, what like trade.
Okay, the big guy seems to think about this for a while before he realizes what you mean, and he extends, and he basically like takes all the captives on poles and he just plants them in front of you one after another, pushing through the solid rock with these stakes. By the way, yeah, and then he squats on his one leg and waits to see what you offer.
I have the food brought in, like the really nice food that, or like the meat parts.
Okay, he seems
like
to consider
really
this,
good meaty parts.
and he places one captive in front of the meat, in front of the feast, and a couple of the smaller ones start to try to rush towards the meat, and he just backhands them away.
Of course.
Which captives are they?
There's 20.
Are they the headless dudes or like?
Yeah, they're headless dudes, but these ones have
Oh.
2 legs.
Alright, I hold up 10 fingers because we're bargaining here. So you start high and low, and then we go somewhere in the middle.
Alright, when you hold up the 10 fingers, he gives you a look like, is this dude serious? Which translates, despite the fact that he has an eye on each shoulder. Give me a
fair.
negotiation check. Also, Kaji,
Alright.
what are you doing throughout this? Like
I was going to take this calm moment because I've been.
nobody's
kinda,
paying attention to you right now.
Yeah, I've just been
I'm very good at drawing attention.
holding in the shadows, and I want to try to sense the flesh ball in the center of the room, I guess you would call it.
Okay, are you going to try to sneak over to the flesh ball to do that?
No, I was gonna try to do it from a distance.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Okay, give me a sensing check.
This is fucking spooky.
All right. After a little bit of back and forth, he somehow agrees to giving you five captives for the feast.
All right.
He seems to disdain all the silverware though, like and the plates, like anything tool related. He just like literally like the little kids game pumpkin thing. Like, no, I don't want that.
All right, I'll take that back, and say, you're very wise.
He doesn't seem to understand, but he
Alright.
seems to realize that you're kind of flattering him. Just like,
He needs
And he-
shiny things.
yeah, and he just like fucking takes the other 10 captives and he puts them back in their place, and he takes the food and he bites at it experimentally. He's like, and he lets the other plebs have it. Meanwhile, the boulder guys are now at this point bench pressing their boulders. One of them's doing like squats, holding the boulder on his shoulders like he's Atlas.
One-legged
All right,
squats.
so do we want to take these guys out and formulate an attack strategy to take these guys out?
Kaja, you try to sense this thing, and you try to reach up with your magical senses, and you can just feel cats hissing at you, saying, "No, please, no, no!" And momentarily, your connection to cat is severed, and you feel your powers drain away, and then they come rushing back.
That's not good.
Do you guys have like shiny things you can give them?
They didn't like the shinies.
What if we accept the fact we can get 5 of them, and we just firebomb the inside of this whole place?
I think that rescuing the whole tribe would get us massive street cred.
Yeah, but do you really want to fuck with that? Do we even know what that flesh orb does?
No.
You
There
guys
you
have,
go.
like drugs on you?
Would I get anything from a magical threat check?
Let them smoke them the peace pipe and then
Possibly.
knock it
Oh,
out.
I
Actually,
do
yes,
have-
definitely. You would definitely get something for magical threats.
Oh, can I roll as well?
Yes. Kaji, this is obviously blood magic. Which is, real turbo fucking bad news.
Yeah, it is.
If you were real little shit, you could probably try to capture. If you could figure out which one of these guys is the shaman, you might be able to finagle a 1 million Nuyen bounty for bringing him to the Dunkelzand Institute. But that's probably off the table.
Do you guys have like drugs on you so you can like make them smoke them the peace pipe?
Do you have any
and knock
idea
it
how
out?
many drugs I have? I have so many fucking drugs.
Well, have them smoke them the peace pipe.
Oh man, how many of the fucking what's it called?
Awaiponamas? There's
the
like
Awaiponamas are there?
there's like by now there's 16 of the small ones. There were 10 when you came in here, and there's 2 big guys with boulder, and then the one really big turbo Chad.
All right, let me see. What drugs do we want to offer these fuckos? Because
Definitely K10. Obviously K10.
All right,
Come on,
'cause I have
I'm kidding.
I have Novacoke, Betamath, Cram, Push, BTLs, which won't work here, so that's off the
So
table.
big ass
Tempo, Dopedrine, Draz, X, Psych, Slab, Overdrive, Red Mescaline, Trance, Bliss, Deep Weed, Pixie Dust, Neurostun.
BTLs might work if you can figure out where their brains are and attach a Tronet to them.
Anything that calms them.
That'd be
Some
Bliss.
downers.
All right, I'll offer them the Bliss. And
Okay.
say, how many?
All right. Well, the big guy just looks at the things and he has no idea what the fuck they are.
I give him one as like a test. You can try it.
All right. Let's see if the Bliss has any effect on him. He feels slightly. He just seems like a little bit, kind of out of it for a little bit, and he's like, He plucks one out of your hands and he gives it to one of the smaller ones. And that one
Alright.
passes out and gets high. As it just go, because it's like prescription grade opiates. It's
Give
it's
him
really.
more.
It's like, he plants down 3 of the dudes, 3 of the boys.
What about the pixie dust?
Pixie dust is magic cocaine. Do you really want these guys coked up?
How about
No,
Not
but
particularly.
maybe.
deep weed? They would see like really cool things on deep weed, I think, because they're magical, right?
Plus, they
No.
get -2 to things in
Pixie
the
dust
real
does
world,
make them
but only-
forget what they were doing when they take it, though.
That's true. And we have 6 minutes to go outside, form a plan, and come back in. Alright.
Kaji, anything else you want to do? I don't want to feel like I'm shutting you down at everything you do. It's just been bad dice.
Yeah, it's been bad dice.
You could probably sneak around. Literally nobody's paying attention to you. And there's that side passage. You'd just be,
Yeah, I was
splitting
gonna.
the party.
Yeah, that is the one problem with that is splitting the party. I'll
man.
creep around and see if I can
Alright,
take a
so-
look down that side entrance.
Okay.
Let's take those 8 guys out. Well, I'll have the 8 guys escorted out.
Out where? The side passes where the guys seem to want to go, or the other one?
Shit. I guess I'll quietly ask in Tupi what's down there.
Down where? The passes that the guys
The one
were
that they
looking at?
want to go down.
They seem to be pleading for you to take them there.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna ask them what's there.
They're just pleading for you to take them there. Roll Tupi to see if you understand. They're not speaking Tupi, but they know like some words that they're trying to mouth talk to. Okay. They're saying something like family. Also, yeah, there you go, Kaji. Okay. Kaji, some of the cannibals notice you, but they don't care. You make your way down the... Did you want to go towards the side passage where the captives wanted to go, or the other one?
Towards where the captives seem to be kind of nodding towards. I just really kind of wanted to take a look down there and see what I could.
Okay, it leads to another winding passage, and you see that there's a couple other 2-legged, headless men standing guard there. They're not carrying anything. Like they're naked and just have their bare hands, but it seems like they're standing guard. Though one of them occasionally will dance around and do a handstand. In fact, eventually both of them start doing handstands.
So wait, if these 2 are 2-legged and guarding, does that so they just arbitrarily stopped attacking each other?
Mm.
You guys have any booze we can give them?
I have Slurg.
Hurlg? Oh, that's
Hurlg.
like turbo. That's like turbo booze. That could probably do it.
I'll offer them Hurlg actually, because they'll love that shit if they have that high body.
Yeah. Also, they're Native American. They're technically Native American. They
Yeah,
can't.
smoke some peace pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
let's see.
offer them Hurlg as a thing.
All right. The big guy takes one and he's like, whoo! And he just snatches all of it and he just gives you all the captives.
Hell yeah!
Alright,
And he drinks all of it and passes out.
alright, we're gonna take all the captives and we're gonna head down the way that they wanted to go. We're going in deep, boys! No
Okay,
way.
as you start taking the captives down towards that way, one of the fucking cannibal things starts to get agitated and starts to basically, wail
one
at
or the
you.
small one?
No, the small one. The big ones are too busy drinking.
I look at him and I snarl like a fucking animal.
Roll intimidate. Give yourself a +2 because Pyro joins in. He's just like.
Give myself a what?
A +2 because of Pyro.
Alright.
Okay, the dude just backs down and he starts running away. Okay, you make your way back and the captives start basically hooting, and the guys that were handstanding start doing like a handstand walk back towards you, and they seem a little bit more alarmed and they seem to be like yelling at you.
What do I
While
understand
still-
what they're saying?
No, but you can probably deduce they want you to release the captives.
I do so.
They're handstanding very menacingly, like they're about to kick you while handstanding.
I cut them free.
All right, the Waiponama just start hooting and running back towards their own cave, and the guys
I'll
and the
ask them
guys
in
and they all
Chuki,
start to
what
do
happened?
the handstand. They just make like some excited chittering noises and try to motion for you to follow them deeper into the cave.
Fuck it, we've gone this far. If I die, I die like a fucking man.
I got your back.
All right, you go further in and you see that there's another large pool with another large featureless flesh egg orb, whatever it is. However, this one doesn't have any cannibalism going on, but it does have a bunch of those disembodied legs and sometimes arms and sometimes torsos coming out, and occasionally they'll form new Waiponamas.
Huh. That's interesting.
And they just seem to be dancing around doing the weird handstand dance thing. A couple of them are working out using the boulders, but none of them are super huge like the cannibal ones you saw earlier.
Alright, I'm gonna radio this shit in and explain the situation and say, alright, we got all the captives. We probably want to hit that cave and blow the fuck out of everyone inside it.
No, leave
Alright.
those guys alone. They're just natives.
The cannibals? We're gonna blow
Yeah.
the fuck out of those cannibals.
Leave those poor guys alone. They're cool. They
I
just
say we
want to
kill
smoke
'em.
a peace pipe.
We're going to obliterate those cannibals.
Well, good luck. I'm not helping.
Then you're not getting paid, probably.
Oh fuck.
Hey man, I'll take your fucking pay.
All right,
They're not
let's blow up the
innocent
cannibals.
Yeah,
They're not
like
innocent
hard.
sweethearts. They are literally cannibalizing people to feed a blood orgy, you fucking idiot.
Are they?
Yeah, we should probably go back out and contact Jackson and see how we want to deal with this.
That's a good idea. I support that.
Yeah, I thought we were just trying to get the headless guys.
We are, but half of the headless guys are complete psychos who are blood cannibalizing, ritual murder, rape, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So Tom, this is because it's a lore thing. Blood magic is super turbo taboo. Like in a setting where you can be like a fucking terrorist for hire and do really morally questionable things, blood magic is like it's an existential threat.
Oh.
It could
It's something
literally
where
destroy
like you.
the planet.
It's something where like even hardcore criminal badasses like you guys who live on the edge and don't take shit from the man would be like, yeah, let's turn this over to the authorities, guys.
Yeah, I could spare a couple Molotov cocktails.
I don't know if we want to stir up this hornet's nest. I mean, right now they're kind of passive and doing their own thing in this cave and somewhat
Right.
contained. If we piss them off,
Can I try to explain the situation to the less murdery ones and say that we can bring them somewhere safer?
Yeah, give me a linguistics check. They seem confused that you'd want them to go outside, and they basically manage to convey that it's too cold outside for them at night.
Tell them to
Oh.
suck it up.
And they're also very protective of the fucking meat egg thing.
Is that thing also blood magic?
After
They're not
being
doing any. They're not doing any like ritual sacrifices or anything around it. It's just like sitting in the center of a pool of clay where limbs come out and occasionally shape up and assemble into Mora Waiponama like
Well,
fucking
can I
Legos.
detect magic or assessing on it?
Yeah, both of you can.
Or sensing? Let's see. Sensing.
Because detect magic. Yeah, it's magic. Kaji, you want to try sensing again?
No, I think I'm good.
Kaji, they basically, as Second Chance is doing this thing, some of them start handstanding and trying to motion for you to do the same. Second Chance, you start to sense the angel egg, and it's something very alien. You feel potential emanating from it.
Interesting.
You finally watched it, didn't you, Goat?
Watch what?
Oh, never mind.
But yeah, Kaji, they're doing this weird dance where they handstand and then kick something in the air, and they're trying to get you to do it. A couple of the other ones seem really curious about the drones, and then one of them picks it up and just yeets it against the cave wall.
one of my drones?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Another one tries to catch the fly spy, thinking it's an insect. And he totally does. He snatches it right out of the air and then experimentally puts it up to his mouth and tries to bite it and then spits it and throws it back at the ground.
Damn it!
So my poor little centipede that I've had since
Yeah.
mission 1 is dead?
No, it's not dead.
I'll pick it up and backpack it just to make sure it doesn't get destroyed.
These guys need to die. I'm with the killing them now.
Yeah,
Burn
Pluck
it down.
Pluck just takes it out of your hands and puts it in the backpack.
But yeah, I can. The truck has heating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll indicate that I have somewhere warm if they can just get past it for a little while.
Okay, give me a negotiation check.
Alright.
Alright, they seem kind of reticent, but they agree to send 2 of them to go with you.
Alright. For now, I'm gonna do that, and we're going to speak with them for a little bit and try to learn their language, because I have a having on the timing to do that while we formulate a plan to annihilate those cannibals.
Okay, so they lead you up through some passages and you come out through the other side of the cave and you're able to link up with the rest of the team. Though you have to carry the drones for parts of the journey. Pyro is still fucking like really
Zoinked
weirded out
out.
by these things, yeah. Especially the egg. But eventually you manage to lead them back. However, when they see the semi truck, they freak out and they turn to start to run away.
No, I motioned towards I motioned towards the sedan.
Yeah, well, they still see the truck, and that's the scary bad place.
Ooh,
And they start running away.
We got a live one.
I tell them not to worry. We're not the same people.
They don't seem to understand, and they keep running into the forest.
We're outside, yes?
We're
Yeah, you're
chasing.
outside.
Can I try to cast Calm Animal? Calm Pack?
Yeah, you can try that. What force?
Let's go with Force 4.
Okay. Ugrith, what did you say you're doing?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna run after him. We gotta
Should I
we
roll
gotta get some
animal
of these.
handling to calm them down?
No. Kaji, you try to cast a spell on them, and basically the return is that they're not quite animals, and they're not metahuman either.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, so they start running further into the forest. Ugrith, you're the only one that said you're running after them, so give me a running check to chase them.
Oh, running check.
You have 5 dice because you took Arnold muscle implants and shit, so you can actually kind of run now. Alright, let's see if you're able to chase these fuckers down.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
really loud and herd him. You know, like I'm a sheepdog.
All right, one of them manages to start to get away, but the other one you manage to. How are you going to stop him? You're going to try to sheepdog him
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sheepdog him back. You know, nip at his heels a bit and get him to go and
with your massive
full
fucking
360.
predator jaws. Okay, give me an unarmed combat check then. That's 6 dice for you. Or
All right.
no, that's 7 dice for you because Chummer doesn't know how to calculate.
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about that with it.
I'll figure out a fix for that.
Stick and shock.
All right, you manage to corral the other one to terrified, and he runs back towards the party, and then he sees the truck again, and he starts hooting, terrified.
I'm gonna beat him upside the head.
Tell this guy to calm the goddamn
All right,
goddamn self down.
All right,
Look, what are y'all doing while there's 9 other ones running away? Like, come on, I'm the only one trying to get
There
a
was only
paycheck.
2.
Oh, it was
there were
only 2
only
that
2.
ran.
yeah,
Look, Uger's
Only
bad
one
with
that
numbers,
escaped.
alright?
yeah. Okay, you bonk one on the head, which he doesn't have. You bonk him on the
I'm
between the
hitting with that
shoulder blades.
taser I got. No, that taser I got
Oh,
on
you're
the
tasing him.
on my
Oh,
weapon. I don't
no.
even know what to use.
Okay, on
I'm
your
just gonna
claw,
try
on your
to do
power
this
claw.
Yeah, I'm a
diplomatically.
power claw.
All right, he starts to seize and falls to the ground.
Oh, nice. My get the taser ready. Alright, cool. Yeah, get fucking out of here. And I'm gonna go chase after the other one.
Okay, give me
I
another
just
running check.
facepalm. Trying to diplomatically do anything is such a fucking pain in the ass.
Okay, I'm gonna cable restrain this guy, and then
Like,
throw
it's
him
like
into the
it's gonna
back
be
of
the
the
whole
truck.
night to
All
try
right,
and do that
you tumble
diplomatic.
down. You tumble down a hill, and you're almost out of breath. And you see the guy just like run back towards the cave. He turns back towards you, and he just like angrily like shakes his fist at you, and then he disappears into the
I
cave.
pull out my cavalier and I shoot him.
No.
That's a
Okay.
dead body we're taking with us.
Roll 5 dice for that, given the range. Oh my god!
Look, we spending the whole night sitting around
All
and
right,
talking.
you hit him, and the guy, and you hit him right in the chest, and he falls down, and he starts tumbling down the mountain until he tumbles down at underneath a sign that says "Poo Poo Point Trailhead."
Oh my god.
Let's go pick up his body. Alright, we got 9 of them.
He's
Hook him
not
up to
dead,
the auto dock.
just bleeding very heavily.
Hook him up to the auto dock.
I'm gonna call him a stupid piece of shit when we take him back.
He doesn't seem to understand.
He knows. He knows what he did.
All right, and the other one's just terrified at the prospect of being brought into the truck because that's where the drones are. But
I'm
you
gonna
hook up the
cable-
other one to the auto dock, and the auto dock prompts you saying error,
Fuck.
unknown variable.
I have
I'm gonna-
vet tech. Would that help?
No, it's first aid.
I'm gonna plastic restrain both of them, I guess.
Give yourself a -3 penalty to first aid these guys.
Where the hell are their lungs at if their brain is like in their chest cavity?
Do you want to find out?
No.
That's a good question. We can find out later.
All right, somebody
Alright,
give me a
so-
first. Does anyone want to magical heal them as well?
Yes, I do.
All right, cast that.
Richard's just sitting in the truck and he hears that gunshot. He just opens up the door like, "Fuck are y'all doing out there?
God damn it.
We're
Hurry up!
working.
Don't worry
I
about
want to
it.
get back before the sun rises." And he shuts
All
the door.
right, Kaji, you managed to heal it a little bit. Who's gonna first aid this guy? Okay, I guess Kaji first aided him. Oh no, that was Drain. Who's first aiding?
I don't know shit about that.
I don't know shit about that.
I may.
Looks like we're bringing back a corpse.
Well, I
Here,
guess-
let me do an untrained
I
first
can't
aid.
use vet
I guess I
tech.
have-
No, you
Or-
can't use vet tech. It's fundamentally, humanoid.
I guess I have 4 dice, but that would only leave me
I
with
have
1
a
dice.
I have a rating 6 med kit.
Okay,
Then use it.
Okay, then you have. What's your logic skill?
My logic, it's my logic is 3.
Okay, so with the penalty, you have a 7 dice pool for this.
That's pretty good.
Gotcha. That's good enough to keep him alive, I hope.
Probably. At this point, you hear wailing sounds, siren sounds, and a park ranger car from the an Asalis ranger car pulls up.
Guys, I go talk to him. Don't worry, I got this. Like, I'm actually gonna talk to him. No, go Flex, you're busy treating him. I got this.
All right, the guy turned. All right, so the Salis ranger sees you come out with your power claw, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing with that out here?"
Oi, mate, this is just me arm. I'm gonna give him a tip of the hat, and I'm gonna flash him. I'm gonna cut my comms. I'm gonna flash him my Aztec badge. Like, oi, mate, this is a big court business. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave here. This is above your pay grade, mate.
Give me an intimidation check.
Alright. Intimidate. What's my bonus on that?
It's 8. This doesn't count as physical
E, F,
intimidation.
G.
8 dice.
Oh yeah, it's 10 when it's physical. God damn.
Yeah, you're not threatening him with bodily harm.
And I'm fucking orky.
All right, let's see how this is like. Okay, and he goes back into his car and he pulls back slightly.
I'm gonna gesture with my power claw for him to keep going. You know, like.
Oh my god.
There's a pause and then he moves back a little bit.
Keep going. keep going.
All right, he goes and he disappears into a nearby trailhead.
He's definitely still there.
Alright, can I try and hack into his comms from here? Because I know he's
Yes.
trying to call him for backup. Yeah. This fucker's looking to die for his paycheck. Alright.
The battle of Poo Poo Creek, the battle of Poo Poo Point.
Look, I did what I
You
could.
two, go back in there and pick up 8 more of those headless dudes.
Anyway, the two headless dudes are now in the back of the semi truck. One
Yes.
of them's in the cage. The other one's on a is on a fucking stretcher. Yeah, Poo Poo Point. I know. Pee Pee Creek is in West Virginia and Ohio. All right, JC. By the time you break into your system, you see that the signal's already been sent, and he's called for backup.
I'm gonna call
Same.
all clear, false flag.
Okay. False alarm. Okay, roll for that.
Yeah, false alarm. Fuck. Same.
Basically said that the notorious Gilginger Ugrith was pretending to be an Ass Technology representative, and he heard gunshots, probably poachers.
I'm gonna delete whatever message said that, and then focus on trying to stop them from coming.
Okay, roll. Oh wait, JC, do you speak Salish?
Dude, I don't speak elf.
Salish is Native American language. Yeah, it's just gibberish to you, but you recognize Ugrith and as technology.
I'm deleting both of those.
All right,
Give him that
you
old
delete the
redacted.
message, and you send out false alarm in English. Well, no, you can figure out what the mechanism is for false alarm.
I'm gonna walk up to his door and, knock on it with my power claw.
All right, you smash through the window of the car.
No, I'm not smashing through the window. I'm gonna knock on it.
The power claw is too strong. In any case, the guy's not in there anymore.
My God. Fucking glass shattered.
This
Oh,
is
mate.
such a fucking shit show.
It's time to get fuck out of here.
There's nobody in the car.
That's over comms.
Oh, okay.
Unless we just kill the cop. Like, who wants to make fun of this cop?
JC, you're kind of being a tard here.
I don't want to be a tard. I just stopped all of this. I stopped him from anything going out.
The guy wouldn't have you. You basically threatened a National Guard guy. Like
This is
he's
why you
not.
should let the face do stuff.
Do
Well, at
the
the
talking.
time, you were busy doing the, med.
Yeah, that is true, but there was a better way to approach it. In any case, Kaji, you sense danger approaching as Kat says that those things are cursed. They're not of this world.
Do they feel in any way similar to the other the
Prison
the other
realm?
dimension that we went in? Yeah.
Different. These guys are the opposite almost. They're unrestrained. They're very emotional and expressive in the way they act and move around. And they seem to be expanding and growing wherever they go.
Just grab 8 more of those dudes.
Well, yeah, but
Let's
then we
go.
have to exterminate them. Because otherwise this is going to grow into a huge fucking issue.
Well,
Yeah,
we can
that-
come back and then tell the guys at the Cascade Orcs come through border place that, hey, there's some blood cult guys. You should go
Yeah,
take
but
care
they
of
know
them.
that.
Well, they don't
probably
know.
that already.
They don't know where
they
they
don't-
are, but
They don't know about the blood stuff. They just know that the Salish government knows that some fucky wucky shit's going on, and they want you guys to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah, and that would mean killing these guys or killing
Or removing them.
Yeah. I mean, I say we kill the cannibals and then gently remove, or as gently as possible, remove the other ones. The cannibals should at least, some of them, be just drunk off their ass right now, so it's probably a good time to kill them.
but first we need 8 more of those space dudes.
Yeah, but we could kill the, we can kill the cannibal ones, and then get the other ones, because we know where they are.
Oh, yeah.
And realize the longer that they have to just sit here and reproduce, the bigger
Yeah,
this
the
problem's
worse
going to
this
be.
is gonna get.
So whatever we do, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we gotta wipe out those cannibal ones first, I think. Because if they keep multiplying at the rate that they're multiplying, there's gonna be hundreds of them.
Alright, so you guys gonna get out of the truck and go back to the cave?
I'm gonna
I
have
guess we
fucking
have to.
suit up.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting on my body armor and switching from gel rounds to the APDS.
Okay. Alright,
I will
so
bring
you
my-
get up. Go on.
I'll bring my Doberman in.
Alright, so you suit up and you rearm and you start heading back towards the cave. By this time it's mid-afternoon and there is an electronic message saying, attention all campgoers, criminal activities and poaching's been detected in this area. Stand by, Salish Rangers have been deployed.
God damn
They
it.
may be taken in for questioning.
Look, you can't go and have Ugrith sit the whole session not doing anything and expect him not to go and fuck with this cop when he comes up.
In any case, by the time you make your way back towards the cave, you hear more hooting, and as you make your way into the mouth, you see a storm of the disembodied feet things trampling towards you, apparently being directed by one of the tricyclian legs. Give me an initiative check.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, I have 4 turns, so
Mm-hmm.
let's see where I am.
Oh, shit. That was the wrong. Damn it. Wait, does my Doberman get initiative too?
It goes with you.
Oh.
Ugrith, I need your initiative, please.
Oh, I rolled it. I got the 3.
You can't get... No. That's just... Use the initiative macro.
Oh, God damn.
That adds up to 13, just I'd rather go with 13.
Yeah, I'll just fucking go with that. Alright, so... 13... 14, so second chance goes 8.
Yeah, you got the same initiative both times, so.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
There you go. Okay, second chance. You're first.
Alright, I'm going to have I'm gonna let Borko just right
yeah.
at them.
Oh yeah, that's right. He can do that. Okay, so Pyro, you use fireball.
Because I don't think that they're smart enough to respond to fear.
Possibly. In any case, Pyro just fucking belches fire at a horde of the leggy things, and several of them start
It's
to.
8 dice, isn't it?
No, it's his willpower plus magic.
Is it? No, that's for fear.
Okay, let me check for. Let me open
Exotic
the.
weapon. It's exotic
Oh,
weapon.
true,
flame.
true. That's correct.
Just 2 more dice.
Alright, so several of the little disembodied leggies fall to the ground, but several of them keep trampling on because it doesn't seem like they react to pain or damage. Pluck is just hidden in your backpack.
No, of course, he's not a part of this. My
Yeah.
poor baby is not a part of this.
Alright, so what did you suit up with? Because you wouldn't have...
In my power armor, obviously.
You didn't say you were sneaking that across the border.
I thought it was obvious. It's combat.
Well, they didn't hit you with anything specific enough to get through power armor, so yeah, you could have concealed that. And you have your Ares Alpha, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do?
Let's see. Let me just get to my Ares Alpha. Here. Weapons. Alright, so it has a recoil compensation of 11, so I don't take penalties.
Unless you're firing multiple bursts, because it's until the next initiative pass. So that's why in the last session, Sad was doing 3-round bursts on his Ares, because
Yeah,
it still
okay.
accumulates over your extra bullshit kung fu turns.
Yeah, all 3-round bursts.
Okay, so roll for that.
Alright. 3-round burst. It's 14 dice.
Alright. Several of them start to fall to the ground as each round hits one of them home and just tears through the leg. Despite, just having a kind of seamless end at around where the knee would be, they still have blood and bones on the inside. And you can fire another burst, or you can take another simple action.
I'll fire another burst.
Alright, go for it. Alright, there's another clatter of silenced gunfire as 3 more of them fall to the ground dead. Kugrith.
Alright, I'm gonna have my Doberman and my, how many dragonflies I have, set up a perimeter.
Alright. So you're telling them to set up a perimeter around you, and are there any conditions to that? Like if anyone gets through to attack them, or are they just...
No, visual perimeter.
Okay,
Just
they just
so
form a formation
Nothing
around
can
you.
sneak up on us from here.
Okay. And what's your other simple action?
I'm gonna shoot at those damn legs.
Okay. Use your... What gun are you using again?
My, what's it called again? Hold on.
Your Remington
It's the
990?
Cavalier.
The Cavalier,
I'm
oh,
using
the
my
revolver
Cavalier.
again. Okay, yeah, that's 9 dice for you then.
Oh, yeah. Bam.
Nice. Okay. One of the legs gets hit by your bullet and just slumps over. Alright, Overdrive, what do you do?
I'm gonna tell the Doberman to go ahead and start firing, light him up with EX explosive rounds.
Alright, the Doberman starts shooting at some of the legs, and 2 of them get blown up and blasted into little bits of gore. Yeah, excellent sound effects. Like, this is really fucking cool. Alright, and what's your other action?
I guess I will fire wildly with my Remington 990.
All right, so you just take your shotgun and you fire a shot. Okay, roll to hit.
That's long arms. That's gonna be 11.
Okay, yeah, your slug tears through a line of the things, and they get blown the fuck out. Mike,
How
quit
much-
fucking with the initiative tracker.
How much ammo did the Doberman go through, by the way?
10 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, well, somebody's fucking with the initiative tracker for the legs, because I gave them, like, 9. Yeah.
Hey, me, I don't even know how to do that.
Alright. So the legs start surging forward. There's about, 3/4 of them left. And they start to move in on the perimeter. And your drones helpfully beep at you, Ugrith, saying that, yeah, look, all those legs are approaching.
Nice.
And they converge on second chance and they miss. And they converge on... There you go. And they converge on Pyro. And let's see if he manages to dodge. And Pyro manages to effortlessly jump out of the way. Kaji, it's your turn.
I am casting improved reflexes.
Okay, roll for it. What force, by the way? Okay,
didn't
you
realize
failed to
there was a
add
force
it.
on
Yeah,
it.
you failed to add another turn to yourself, but your reflex is increased by 1 for now. Second chance.
Oh boy, 4 turns in a row. So we're gonna go ahead and
You're now in melee.
oh yeah, we're gonna just quick draw those sweet
Stun
stun
batons.
batons, because those are the only weapons that I can do damage with, and go to town on these fuckos.
Okay. So are you gonna split action? Are you gonna split dice, or are you just gonna like, one a
I'm just
different
gonna
one
lay
each turn?
to them.
Okay. Give me like 4, stop resisting checks.
Yeah, stop resisting. I have practiced in this because I was a cop at some point.
Yeah.
Let me just scroll down.
It's 15 dice if you're using the one with your weapon focus.
Yeah.
Jesus. Alright. He's just like fucking, you just do a large sweeping attack and you just splatter like 4 of them at once with 1 hit. Then you just start going to town and basically the horde just converges around you as you just lay into them. Ugrith, it's your turn.
Alright, cool.
Oh,
I'm gonna...
my Hellhound has 3 turns.
He does?
Yeah. Total. So he would act on my turn to flame breath these fuckos.
Oh yeah, he does. Totally does. Okay. At this point though, it's too close to flame breath, so he's gonna just unarmed
He'll
attack.
fear.
He tries fear at one point and it doesn't work, so he just tries to bite instead, and
That's
he
fine.
manages to kill 1. All right, Ugrith, it's your turn.
Alright, cool. I'll fire off another...
All right, roll for it. Okay, you take a shot with your revolver, and since it's single shot only, you can't take another one this turn. Any other simple action you want to take?
Yeah. Am I still hooked up in the police net?
You jacked out of the guy's phone because you lost signal range. Or
Yeah,
actually,
shit.
no, you still have signal range. You're not deep into the caves yet. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut all chatter.
You want to just brick his phone, or do you want to try to break into the larger police network and start fucking with that?
That, yes.
Okay.
I'm going
give me-
hot.
Well, if you go hot sim, that's the end of your turn, right? Okay, so you go hot sim, and basically you slump over. You're taking a nap now. roll exploit plus roll your exploit thing plus 3 dice 3 times because you have SimSense Accelerator.
What?
Okay, what's your hacking skill?
It's like 10.
Okay, so 10, and then it's counting your Encephalon rating 2 twice. That's weird. Okay, anyway, so it's 16, 19, roll that 3 times. Because you have SimSense Accelerator, SimSense Booster, whatever. Alright, your brain just starts to overload with just intense intensity as you just feel the streams of code under your fingers as you break into the network, and you're now in the Salus Rangers fucking 2nd Regiment 1st Battalion's command center. But that's your turn.
That's fine.
Overdrive, you just see Ugrith just pass out and he's just taking a nap.
Look, I started a problem and I gotta finish it. I ain't gonna let that happen to us.
Are there any more legs?
Basically, Griff preventing the things
The incoming
that cause
TPK by firing squad, as the comments are saying.
F.
Are there any more legs?
Yeah, there's still the big one with the 3 legs. You just like thump right at you.
All right.
Also,
man.
Mike, are you doing all right? You said the cutoff time for stream was right about now.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. If you want to like finish
We'll
this fight.
do this combat encounter, then we'll cliffhanger it off and we'll finish it this weekend.
Sweet.
If you can't do stream, I'll just record it because I'm kind of getting tired too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I'll make sure you got the recording settings. All right, cool.
Yeah. So sorry to cut you off, Tom. What are you saying?
Explodey rounds and shotgun. Let's do it. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so the drone is still on autopilot basically, or do you want to
Yes.
manually control it? Because you can do that and shoot at the same turn.
Just auto.
Okay. Okay, the shotgun fires another blast and kills another leg. It goes splat. Now roll for, or rather the AK kills a couple more. Now roll to shotgun.
Shit. What was that again?
It says on the gun if you select it.
11.
Yeah, so roll. It's 13 because you have the smart link.
Oh shit! Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you've managed to get past your shell. Your select goes past some of the legs and hits one of the tricyclian legs in the head, and not the head, in one of the legs that's overhead. Let's see if it loses its balance or if it keeps going. And while that's loading, I'm going to roll for the other legs and move forward. Okay, the tricyclian. Oh wait, hang on. So some of the legs manage to surge forward and they start beating into you, second chance, but they're not able to damage you with all your armor and shit. The tricyclian, however, does not fall over and it starts to fucking rush into you. You can try to roll dodge, or you can hope or block it and hope your foot anchors are strong enough to keep yourself in place as it just crashes into you.
I don't think my dodge.
If you have gymnastics, you can roll that to avoid hits
I
as well.
do have good dodge. I have 12 dodge.
Okay.
How many hits do I need to beat?
You need to beat 7 hits.
Oh fuck.
You got this. Okay, maybe you don't.
Yeah, when Pyro tried to fear and it just nothing happens, he just kind of looks at you like, roll.
Raggy.
Alright, you try to dodge and you get smacked right in the face by one of the things.
Parried.
Yeah, what's your impact armor?
My impact armor is 19.
Okay, now since you had foot anchors, even though you should have said you were using them, I'm going to assume you had the foot anchor on so you're not knocked down, because you totally would have been knocked down because of the gel packs. So roll your impact armor plus body.
Okay.
Oh, and you soak all the damage. Just exactly the amount of damage. Yeah, This thing goes fucking fast. That thing was going like probably 40 miles an hour.
And now
And
it's
it-
not, so I can...
Well, it just looped over. It just crashed over you and kept going, and now it exited the cave.
What the fuck?
Kaje, what do you do?
I am going to attempt to increase reactions, and I'm gonna go Force 2, I believe, this time.
Well, you're only going to get a
Force 3?
point. Yeah, you want to do Force 3 because you don't get an extra turn. You get an extra turn per 3 hits on the cast.
Okay, the book wasn't too clear.
Yeah, that even if that's incorrect, I'm running it. It's rule of 3. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Force 3 it is then.
all right, go for it. All right, you feel everything. You feel the reflexes of Cat begin to fade into your body, and everything seems to slow down slightly for you. And that's your roll to resist drain. Oh, you did that. How much drain is the Force 3 spell?
It is 3, so I take 2
take-
drain.
2 drain. Okay, but it's stun drain. All right, second chance. It's now one of your other turns. There's still some of the little leggy things, but there's not that many of them left.
Are they still swarming me?
Yeah, they're still swarming you, and fucking Pyro's doing his Bork, and he's doing them. Yeah, and he's just starting to tear into them. But these things are fucking slippery.
Alright, I'll roll my attack because I can't really do anything else.
All right,
3 hits there.
all right. That kills one. Kaje, what do you do? No, it's your extra turn.
Powerbolt.
Powerbolt to what? The big Tracy Clean legs or one of the little boys?
Probably the big one's the one that rolled out, yes?
Yeah.
Then that one.
Okay. What's the force?
Oh dear God. We're
If
gonna
you
go
do up,
with Force 4. Force 5, actually.
yeah. Okay. Roll for that. That's like 9 dice for you. And roll for drain. Remember, you have 11 dice for this. There you go. You soak all the drain, and you manage to hit it with effectively 3 damage. So let's see how well it resists. Okay, interesting. All right, the thing seems to basically almost sort of spin, like as it falls over, and you know, kind of like how wheels will kind of fall on the side and keep spinning around. It starts to do that. Second chance. What do you do?
How many am I in melee with?
There's like 5 more.
Alright.
Yeah, that's 2 of them dead.
Right.
Because that's ridiculous. And another one dead. So there's only 1 left.
There.
Tom, did you just change your character's name to Ugrith?
No.
I was wondering whether there were 2 of me.
Alright, okay, so second chance beats the shit out of the rest of the legs. And Ugrith, it's now your turn. The only hostile left is that... Oh wait, you're doing your Hackerino shit. Yeah, so you managed to somehow sneak in, and you see there's a shit ton of black ice patrolling this, and there's at least 2 security hackers in this network. But you can try to do your thing real quick if you're really good. What do you want to do?
Alright. I just want to shut their shit down. Make them crash. Hard reboot.
Hard crash. Okay, roll your attack program. This is
attack
going to
program.
expose you to the network. This is going to expose you
So
to
this is going to
security.
be cyber alt and cyber combat then?
No, in this case, it's going to be hacking because you're attacking the system, not a specific icon.
Okay.
I think the dice pool's all the same for you, though.
Yeah, it's all 10s.
So it's 10
we haven't
plus.
fucking...
No.
done
It's
the Matrix.
roll another 9 dice because you get 6 from your program, and then another 3 because you're turbo hot simmed.
Oh, because the hardware. Yeah.
Yeah. So do that
So
3 more
smart,
times. Yeah, this game is a clusterfuck, but I'm autistic enough to figure it out.
It's worse than Mathfinder, dude.
Mathfinder. It's worse than Mathfinder if we're running the hacking rules as written. Do that one more time, Ugrith.
Oh, yeah, one more? Alright.
Yeah, because you have SimSim, you spent like 65k on that shit. You're gonna get all the use out of it. Alright, so you start to quickly basically just move your icon around and start beating the shit out of everything, crashing the network, and just freaking everyone's phones. Somewhere not too far away from you, an Ares City Master APC's radios just fizzle out, and all of the screens blue screen of death.
Thank God.
And you manage to crash a network.
Log the fuck out.
You log out. And they would trace you, but the network is crashed. You've delayed police response. Well done.
I did my job. I messed up, but I helped.
Yeah. He fuck up, but he also fix up.
There's the big one left.
Just the big one.
I fire my shotgun straight at it.
All right. Roll for it. All right, since it was doing the weird twirly thing, I'm just gonna give it like 4 dice. All right. You hit it, and you blow one of the legs off.
Sick.
You hear this hissing sound, like the sound of air coming out of a tire, and the leg starts to basically twirl and try to move towards you again, doing the usual rolling motion, but it fucks up when the non-existent leg isn't there to take the step, and it starts to kind of fall over and start to crawl towards you. Kage.
I am gonna shoot it with my government 66.
With the APDS?
Yes, sir.
Alright, roll for it. Are you gonna aim, or are you just gonna double tap this?
I think I'm gonna aim and then fire.
12 dice. Alright, the thing visibly has another bullet hole wound in it, and it's bleeding even more heavily. Second chance.
Say hello to my little friend.
You're just gonna mag dump with it?
Well, it's not a mag dump.
Yeah,
but
because
I
it
am
has a
going
100 round
to-
drum, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna full burst.
Okay, roll for it.
That's plus 12 damage, so...
Okay, so that's how much damage?
I believe that's 18 AP minus 1.
It's not plus, no dude, it's plus 9 damage. Oh, full burst is 12 bullets on this thing. It's 11, the first bullet doesn't count for the bonus. So, yeah, okay, that's enough damage for the kill. So basically you turn the fucking remaining 2 legs into Swiss cheese, and they slump over and stop moving. Man, these effects are fucking awesome, Mike. So you turn towards the caves and you just hear a loud wailing, overlapping wails as from many throats. There's anguish, anger, and indignation, and then you hear more footsteps coming towards you. Next time on Shadowrun.
Oh yeah, hold on. Wait. Next,
what times are good for you guys? We'll figure it out.
Ooh.
then the feet start coming at you next time on Shadowrun.
No, imagine if Johnson was like, no, it's very important that you bring these feet to us.
Post
It's
feet,
critical to our research.
Yeah, the thing is, guys, I have to get up off this chair, and lay in bed for a bit. So, this will be the
recover.
Yeah. So, next Shadowrun, you guys are going to record it, and what they record, I will put up on the channel. And yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because I'm also tired. It's been a long week. But thanks so much for coming, guys.
Yeah, it's been good. But yeah,
A lot of fun.
we'll be back again tomorrow for Star Trek, and we'll see what happens. That is supposed to be the. It's the last scenario before we do the big final finale scenario. So second.
Oh
to
shoot!
last.
Star Trek is ending.
Well, the next one is would be like the season finale.
Season finale.
But the scenario after that is the movie. So.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh no.
I'm doing a movie. Well, yeah, because I want them to be able to.
Only if I get the cameo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanna try to get as many cameos in it as possible. So it'll be good. All right. Anyway, that'll be it for me tonight, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us here in the Courtesy Flush, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Star Trek.
Stay
Later.
safe, Mike. I love
Take
you.
care.
Care,
Yeah,
guys.
love you too, guys. Take care.
Right. All right. So what